be seen.
Wheat exports through week 20 of the 2025-26 marketing year are at 8.82 million metric tons, over 1 million tons ahead of last year's total. Durum exports sit at 1.79 million, just below last year's pace, but ahead of the 5-year average of 1.56 million. And talking cows, researchers in Nova Scotia may be closer to understanding what cows are trying to say.
The team of researchers at Dalhousie University has been recording and analyzing cow noises, looking for patterns. Dr. Gadar Manafi-Azar, who leads the team, says the goal is to understand the different types of vocalizations that cows and other animals make, potentially allowing farmers to anticipate their needs. But to start, the team is first looking at the noises cows make before and after calving. The team says preliminary results are promising, and the next step is to find out if individual cows have distinct vocal patterns, like humans. Diana Mussina, The Canadian Press.
That was your 620 CKRM News. Read more stories from around your community and around the province at sasktoday.ca and 620ckrm.com.
Weather for B&A Petroleum and Swift Current with multiple locations serving southern Saskatchewan for over 30 years. See B&A Petroleum for all your fuel and propane needs. Tonight, flurries ending in the area, mostly cloudy sky and a low down to minus 18. Tomorrow looking mostly cloudy, high of minus 12. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, a few flurries again in the area, and we're going to rise to minus 8. Sunday, early flurries, then mostly cloudy, high of minus 6. Starting the week on Monday, mostly cloudy. Some flurries again in the area, minus 6. And Tuesday looks partly sunny and a high of minus 8. Currently, downtown Regina, cloudy sky. There is light snow in the area. It's minus 12, but it feels like minus 20.
B&A Petroleum is a Southern Saskatchewan family-owned business that's there for you. They've been supporting their clients for over 30 years with locations in several communities throughout the southern part of the province. B&A Petroleum is available for all your bulk fuel and lubricant needs with propane at selected locations Monday to Friday. And don't forget, their Cardlock location is accessible 24 hours for your convenience. B&A Petroleum. Fuel you once, fuel you forever.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sports Cage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Brought to you by Nelson Homes, supplying home packages and RTMs for over 65 years. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sports Cage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Happy New Year. Sports Cage on Friday. Nelson Homes, like he said, the sponsoring home packages and RTMs for over 65 years, or building them. Welcome to the show. 3 hours for you today. Lots to talk about. Olympic teams announced. World Juniors, rider signings. We got the Viking Cup update. What's going on with the SJHL there? Senior hockey report. Sprinkle of the day. Guests on the Western Pizza guest hotline. We have Arash Madani coming up in about 10 minutes. We're going to have one of the members of the Harlem Globetrotters coming in. Never talked to one of the Harlem Globetrotters, so that'll be interesting. I got some questions we want to get to the bottom of. Who puts the court in? Do they travel with the court? Is one of my questions. Eric Francis, our NHL insider, and just a bunch of tomfoolery. He's going to be in hour 2. Farhan Lalji, also in hour 2. And then Glen Suitor in hour 3. So lots of CFL, lots of hockey, lots of everything. You're always welcome to participate. Prairieland Rentals text line. Prairieland Rentals, the place you should go to when you need something to rent this winter season, or if you need a Husqvarna snow thrower. 600 Albert Street, you get to deal with the owner. The number we want you to keep handy, 936-6262. 936-6262. Friday, we have Sharky with us on a Friday. He's for Flooring Superstore. Trent Dickin and his team.
Thanks for having me along.
Over 20 years of experience. Cash carry. You want them to do it. Doesn't matter. Flooring Superstore can hook you up. Is it Happy New Year's or New Year?
Year.
Is it? It's singular.
Because we're only celebrating
singular. I think that's
the year.
Yeah. We can go back, though. We can celebrate
make it as long
many
as you
years.
want. Yeah, but so it's just 1 year. Yeah.
How long did we say that for? A week? 2 weeks?
Oh, not more than a week. Yeah.
You're shutting her down. So as of next Thursday?
Yeah, next Thursday be the last day. When it was like week to week. Yeah.
I think I can run with that.
Yeah,
I think that
seems
should be
enough.
a hard and fast rule.
That seems like enough.
The Sharky rule. A week.
Don't give me all the credit.
You go a week.
And that's it.
A lot to get to. First off, World Juniors. I was hoping that Latvia was going to give Sweden a game. And they were for moments, but now it's 5-1 Latvia. World Juniors tonight. Canada versus the Slovaks. Now, the Slovaks, I was looking up because I haven't paid enough attention to the Slovaks in this tournament. All their games have been tight.
They've been tight.
USA, 6-5 loss, opening game.
Yeah.
Sweden, 3-2 loss.
Yeah.
Sweden's a good team. Oh, Latvia just scored, made it 5-2. Some kid with a turtleneck scored. 3-2 loss to the Swiss for the Slovaks. So every game, and then they beat Germany. Every game's been close. One thing we've learned over the last, we go 10 years?
Yep.
We don't take anything for granted. This tournament, it's one game. You run into a hot tender.
Yep.
You get a couple bad penalties.
The Slovaks play really good in their own zone. Like, they're very defensive. They play really good.
You've really broke it down.
Oh,
here.
I have. Yes. Yeah.
You're watching tape.
Was up all night. Yeah, they play really good in their own zone. They do a great job defensively, and that's why they've been in tight games, because they don't really have a whole bunch of offensive firepower. Yeah, they scored 5 against the Americans, but they're not strong with the puck in the offensive zone. So they gotta win in a tight game.
Not that we're going to get to sprinkle of the day right now for Sports Select, because we love ourselves
a little
some Sports Select, but
yeah.
you can wager on that game. I just had it up here. I'm going to pull it up again. If you want to play the pro line, and this is a long shot, a straight-out Slovakia win pays 11.
Nice.
So if you put down a loon dog,
you get 11 back.
You get 11 back. Canada, and the tie's 575, so does it go into overtime? Canada's a 3.5 point spread. That's where I might go if I was going to sprinkle, go down Action Alley on this one.
The spread.
Yeah. 3.5.
That's a
Playoff
big
game
spread.
at the World Juniors.
That's a big spread.
I don't trusty.
Yeah. What did they have for Sweden, Latvia? Can we see that?
I can't go back.
Can't go back? Yeah.
Can't make love to a memory. Can't go back. Slovakia.
Make love to a memory.
Yeah, 3.5.
Yeah.
7 is the over-under. I think that's tough. I'd stay away from the over-unders in the World Juniors.
Yeah.
But to the point that I was making, we don't. I think it's going to be close. I think it'll be tight.
It's going to be very tight.
You say Slovaks play well in their own zone. They're in their own zone a lot.
But I see a 4-2 game. Like, I don't see a 5-1 or 6-1 or something. I see a 4-2 game. Canada has played better offensively, I think, in their last couple of games. Yeah, and done more.
936-6262. What do you think about the Canada game today? We do have some winning as we go along here today.
I'm more comfortable playing the Slovaks than last year I was playing the Czechs, or Czechia, or whatever we want to call them today. Yeah.
We're going to give away 2 tickets to the Pats game tomorrow night, 6 p.m. puck drop against the Prince Albert Raiders. So everybody that comments, if you want to go to the Pats game tomorrow night, you got to leave a comment at 936-6262 and then just put Pats at the bottom, and Coulson will be able to know that you want the Pat tickets, put you in the wheel of winning, and if you haven't won anything in 30 days on CKRM. All right? Secondly, when we do talk Harlem Globetrotters later with Zeus.
Zeus?
They call him. Julian Zeus McClurkin.
McClurkin.
Good Irish boy.
How do you get a name Zeus McClurkin?
I think it's just his nickname.
Okay.
6'8".
That's tall.
That screams basketball player.
If you see the guy's arms and hands, you're like, yeah, he plays basketball.
Yeah.
Long arms, big hands.
Yeah. So we'll give away tickets to that as it comes on here. Okay, so now the other debate, 936-6262, people out there. This is where I want our we got a lot of hardcore texters, some really educated, some regulars. They throw some good knowledge at us.
Yep.
The Olympic teams. U.S. comes out today And if we could start there, because I know we're going to get on to Canada, but the omissions when it comes to the United States team, Cole Caulfield.
Yeah.
So Don Hewitt, Montreal Canadiens fan. Was it who's the John the Habs fan?
Yeah.
Out there must be going. How isn't he on the American team?
I got that too. Yeah.
Matthew Nyes, good, solid player. He's playing under that microscope in Toronto and has done a great job. So, okay. Chris Kreider, whatever. Jason Robertson surprises me. Alex Tuck doesn't surprise me. John Carlson getting a little long in the tooth. Adam Fox, has that guy fallen out of the graces?
Yeah, exactly. He has fallen a long way.
Like, he used to be the number one American defenseman coming on the up.
Yeah.
Now
the fact that Vincent Trocheck is there is a bit of a surprise to me.
Oh, I saw a funny video on Twitter today. Somebody showcasing, and they were being facetious. Facetious. Tough word. Well, no wonder he made the team. Look at all his look at how he plays defense, and it was him just letting guys go, and they had a shadow on him. But surprising.
I think, and this is the thing that nobody's talking about, is keep the names that aren't on there in the mix. Matthew Tkachuk is yet to play this year. And yes, he's skating now, but he's coming back from a pretty serious abdominal surgery and injury. Yeah. That takes a while to get better. So I don't think that he's here there. I don't think JT Miller is another guy that I don't think really belongs there because he's kind of been a cancer wherever he's played, and why you'd bring him onto this group, I don't know. Austin Matthews hasn't been 100% all year.
He looked good last night, though.
He did, but he hasn't looked good all year. And so, yes, he can play, but is he going to be 100% come Olympic time? So the Jason Robertsons and the Cole Caulfields stay sharp.
I just had to look this up because I didn't know who the coaching staff is.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Sullivan.
I knew it was him.
Where's he coaching right now?
The Rangers.
And Trocheck
is
on the team.
There you go. Like Cirelli with the Team Canada.
John Hines, David Quinn, John Tortorella. Besides
whatever 40 you want. Yeah.
Besides the Caulfield, and maybe the Fox that really jumps out at Matthew Nyes a little bit. There's some surprises there. Now the Canadian side. Ooh. Who have you been talking to? What are you hearing from people? Because right away, everybody's an expert. And there are people out there that know a lot more about NHL hockey than I do. Like people that watch, day in, day out, or the favorite team, or that. The one that for me was Sam Bennett. Is that a joke? I'm like, no. I think they actually, I think they stopped the video too soon. They have one more guy to announce.
There's three that surprised me: Bo Horvat, Anthony Cirelli, and Mark Stone. Anthony Cirelli was obviously the choice of John Cooper. He's pushing for him. Horvat, yes, he's having a great year, but is it better than Scheifele? And Mark Stone, again, he's got that back issue. Is he going to be able to go? And Devon Taves has already said he's a maybe if the baby hasn't showed up. His wife's due right then. He said if that kid's not there, he ain't going.
For who?
Devon Taves for Team Canada. He's from Colorado.
Yeah, that's the full story.
He's waiting for junior. Yeah. And why the Colorado goaltender is not on the team, that's another one I'm having trouble with. I like Logan Thompson. The other two I can change.
You can always have another kid. You might be the only chance to go to the Olympics. There's that debate.
Yeah, which one do you think is going to go over better with your wife? Hopefully she understands.
We get to this as we go along here in the next 3 hours. 936-6262. Text messages coming in. We're going to get to some of those in a bit. We'll go to break here and we come back. We will talk to Arash Madani. It is the Friday edition of the Sports Cage for Nelson Holmes. We'll be right back.
Regina Pats Hockey.
special breakaway. Right side stops. He scores!
Then at Dunlop Ford, Regina Pats Hockey is back on your official voice of the Pats. 620 CKRM.
Tune into Puck Drop tonight at 7 when the Regina Pats take on the Prince Albert Raiders at the Art Hauser Center.
Game day tickets are available now from the Pats box office. Don't miss a minute of the action. Listen on air or online at 620CKRM.com. Regina Pats Hockey.
Since 1949, Nelson Homes has been providing you one-stop shopping for ready-to-move homes, panelized packages, and on-site builds. Nelson Homes' team of authorized dealers all over Saskatchewan would be happy to help you turn your dream home into a reality.
In the Saskatoon area, call Kurt at Canadian Timber Homes.
Or call 1-800-661-6534 for more information. Nelson Homes, trusted quality and service since 1949.
Ready to raise your shower game? Rent a water heater and water softener together from Reliance Heath and turn every shower into a spa-worthy experience. Right now, when you rent a new water heater and water softener together, you'll get $400 back, sent by check after installation. Why settle for meh when you can upgrade your whole home's water and get big cashback savings? Don't miss out on this limited time offer.
Call on Reliance.
Call on Reliance Heath today.
If you've got a Steelcraft garage door, you've got a door with parts manufactured and assembled right here in Canada. A door with better insulation and seal, plus a warranty you're probably never going to use. Combined with a LiftMaster opener, it's the right choice. And if you don't have a Steelcraft garage door, you should get one. And a LiftMaster opener. 100% made by Canadians for Canadians. Steady, tariff-free pricing and great quality, no matter what.
Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door. We offer more.
When you play Sports Select, you're part of more than the game. You're backing over 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups across Saskatchewan funded through Sask Lotteries. So go ahead, make your picks at sportselect.com, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Every play is 100% legal, and every ticket supports your community. Sports Select. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus. Please play responsibly.
The name you know and trust has moved closer to you. Mainline Motors is now only 30 minutes away. The amazing deals and award-winning service is now at your doorstep. Mainline Motors, a proud Saskatchewan name for generations, is here to serve your every need with a huge selection of new and pre-owned with prices that won't be beat. Do your wallet a favor and call Southie Mainline today, 306-726-2060, or check us out online, southie-mainline.ca. Worth the drive every time, guaranteed.
It's time to go coast to coast with Arash Madani for Smart Investing Solutions. Be smart with your money. Call Brian Gawley at Smart Investing Solutions, 546-2533.
Geez, few people texting in. Surprise Cole Caulfield didn't make the U.S. team. Happy New Year. Is it New Year or New Year's?
It's singular.
There we go.
It's 1 year.
And how long? Sharky says it's a week.
Yeah,
that we can run with a Happy New Year.
I think end of day Monday. Monday's the first day back, the first business day back, Jan 5.
So you can kind of go through the loop. Yeah, wish everybody the Happy New Year, and that's it.
There's nothing that's more annoying than like on January 18th, somebody says Happy New Year. It's like really.
That's
well, yeah, they've been
that's
asleep.
Deep. Monday's aggressive. Monday's really
I can go to
aggressive.
Wednesday.
I can go to Thursday.
Yeah.
Give it a good week. Let it stew. You know, and if you say to a guy twice.
Yeah, twice is offside.
No. It'll happen. I'm not but yeah, it's annoying.
It is.
We're talking Cole Caulfield didn't make the US team. The Canadian team. As a guy that's in the big smoke, you're there, I'm sure. Surprisingly, not that many Toronto Maple Leafs are going to the Olympics, actually, when you look down the board.
I don't know why they would.
But just Team Canada. For
they
me,
didn't buy tickets.
It's Bennett. The glaring omission. For you?
Yeah, it's Sam Bennett. To me, this just reeks of childish Lightning, Panther, John Cooper nonsense. Like, I really believe this has a lot to do with it. Here you have the reigning Conn Smythe trophy winner, And God bless Paul Maurice for being a politician, saying that, Sam Bennett's just played the last 27 games have been the best of his career, to rub a little salt in the wound. But it's foolish. It's absolutely ridiculous that Bennett's not there. Look, I think Mark Scheifele's a hell of a player. You can make the argument for why he's not there. But when I look at that, Sam Bennett belongs on Team Canada. And so that's one. The other is, guys, I look at Drew Doughty and I look at Brad Marchand, and I'm saying to myself, I think Sidney Crosby got a couple of, I think when John Cooper called him, Sid said, all right, these are a couple of guys that have to be on the roster.
Oh, up on my boys.
Yeah.
I'm only coming if I can carpool with.
What is Drew Doughty doing on that team? Okay, like God bless him. He's had a great career. Drew Doughty was great 11 years ago on the Sochi team. But you need some adults in the room. There's no question.
Yeah.
His passion, though.
Yeah.
Like that Drew Doughty passion, mind you, how many games?
He can still play.
Smaller ice.
I mean, who's your replacement? Who's your replacement to Doughty? Chikrin?
Yeah.
Schaefer.
Yeah.
Or Schaefer.
Yeah. Schaefer's the guy.
I don't think any of this is in stone yet till we get to Italy. I think even Bo Horvat getting hurt the other night.
Or Mark Stone.
Yeah.
And what I don't know, and I was trying to find this out today before coming on, is like the December 31st announcement was more ceremonial than anything. Today,
Exactly.
The Americans is more ceremonial. I don't know what the IIHF IOC deadline is for actual submission. That once you put those names on paper, they cannot be changed. I don't know when that is. So that's going to be, I'm assuming it's going to be the end of the month, but we'll find out soon.
Yeah, that's a good question. When is it actually in ink? Like when
I'm looking.
Herb Brooks had to make that call with what's his name that was injured in Miracle on that what a movie. What a movie.
That is a great movie.
And he kept him on the team. What was his name? Is the kid with was he a Jersey accent? Boston accent? Okay. So much to get to. Here's my thing, Arash, on it though. And I'll say this to Eric Francis in the next hour as well. Being conspiracy theorist guy a bit, who I'm not really good at this role, but I'll play it here, is when Doug Armstrong was announcing everything and they were having that in the ballroom in a Minnesota Marriott or whatever, they could have done it.
Yeah,
like, do it at a sports bar. Like, do it somewhere
Yeah.
cool. I like the kids thing. I'm glad they did the kids thing. But he mentioned 3 times, and then somebody else mentioned it after, the World Championships. And, from him at the World Championships or what he did at the World Championships, watching him at the World Championships, I go, is that a little bit of a, when we ask you to come to the World Championships and you have a chance to play on an Olympic team, you should come to the World Championships.
So is Sam Bennett to blame because he was playing in the Stanley Cup final and missed the World Championships?
I'm talking more about Connor Bedard.
Connor Bedard's more let's go.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is that a who do you think you are at this age skipping it when
maybe
I've been around some of the best mind game players, male and female, out there. I think that there was personally, he threw it out too many times for me to go.
That didn't mean something.
Connor Bedard should have went to the World Championships. I don't know.
And look, Sid, I'm sure Sid, who often answers the call at the World Champ, you find out about guys give a bleep factor at events like those. Your NHL season's done. You are pretty banged up. A vacation could be very easy, but you choose to do this. And how you approach it, how you go about it. Look, it's not nose to the grindstone when you go. There are a lot of nice dinners, and there's a lot of expensive wine that goes on when these dudes suit up at the World Championships.
Sounds like a gout outbreak.
Right. They're a little bit more in shape than you and I, Barney. But it's there's something about it that when you suit up wearing that maple leaf, there's something that comes with it. And that matters. That matters to the captain. That obviously matters to the coach and the GM, and it matters to Hockey Canada.
I think it's a responsibility too, right?
Yeah,
if you want the opportunity to be at this level, part of the responsibility is you got to play at the other games along the way. And whatever the reason you didn't show up, it better be really good.
When we ask you to come in and work the weekends, and then you get passed up for the promotion, with the guy that came in to work the weekends when we needed him.
Yeah, he got the promotion.
And here's the other part of this. I want to word this properly. Like, we always talk about like playoff experience and how important that is, etc. And I'm not diminishing what a pro season is, what the NHL is, or what the playoffs are. But man, an international tournament is so different than everything else. You have a very small window to develop instant chemistry, to get rapport going, and there's no margin for error once the round robin is over. It's not a best of 7, not a best of 5, it's not a best of 3. So if you haven't been in this mix before, then it makes it a lot easier when the tough decisions have to be made to be like, well, so-and-so has been through it. So-and-so knows what this is about. We can rely on him because he's shown he can do it.
Yep.
And that's a part of it. That's just the reality. It's not necessarily just what's the best talent. So I think that weighs in, especially for somebody who lacks the experience.
Pedigree.
Yep. Part of your history.
For sure.
Part of who you are.
Okay, we got a whole month to talk about that as we get closer. And there are going to be some guys getting injured. It's going to be like who inserts and all that. But let's move on. 2026 is here. Happy New Year again. I want to talk about let's talk about some predictions for 2026. All right, you like doing this? We can call them a little bit of hot take.
Colson, are you writing these down?
Predictions.
Are these early? Do we record at this point?
We're recording.
We're recording
on YouTube.
Colson's got the big book out.
Biggest move of this 2026 CFL season will be.
So, I don't know if it's the move. I think it's moves. I think this is the year the Winnipeg Blue Bombers roster completely just falls off the cliff. And I'm not saying this because I'm on a Regina station. They are long in the tooth. It's not working. It hasn't worked. I think this is when it all falls apart. So this is where I think the move happens. There is a scenario I can foresee where Chad Kelly, by Labor Day, is in Ottawa and Zach Collaros is in Toronto.
Say that again.
Okay.
Chad Kelly, this season, would not surprise me if he ends up playing at some point with his old coach, Ryan Dinwiddie, and the Argos end up going to get Zach Collaros. That Ottawa would give up a lot of draft capital and whatever. Look, think about what Jim Barker said when he came in. I've inherited a mess. We don't have an offensive line, blah, blah, blah. And Collaros, who lives in suburban Toronto in the off-season, comes here. I like, it's a lot of moving parts. Hey, what the hell? Let's throw that out there as a prediction.
I like it.
I see the biggest change in the CFL being the Ottawa Redblacks. I see them challenging for first place all year long.
Well, what they need, Sharky, if that's to happen, they need a quarterback. Yeah. And they don't have a quarterback. Drew Brown is not it.
There's not one sitting out there right now available.
Right. So the question becomes, is Chad Kelly at all available? I know Mike Miller has said he's going to be our quarterback. He's going to be our guy. Of course he's going to say that because there's nobody else. But if you can get a bunch for him, and if the Bombers start 2-7, what happens?
I like it.
I like it. I like it. I'm on page. I'm on the same page.
You're gonna get crapped on for it, but I like it.
Oh, I know.
I like it. Screw them.
Happy New Year.
Okay. MOP 2026.
The most outstanding player in 2026 will not be Nathan Rourke, will not be Trevor Harris, will not be Brady Oliveira. and I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, but will complete a turnaround. That's most outstanding Canadian. Will complete the turnaround in Edmonton and of his career is Cody Fajardo.
Why? Just how he finished the year, what he did last year?
Yeah.
Think about how last year went. They were a disaster, whatever. Cody takes over, and they started to really get going. And look, it's year 2 of Mark Hillam as the head coach. It's year 2 in the same system. There's a familiarity. There's an understanding. I think, like I said, I think Winnipeg takes a step back. I am still, I don't think the Stampeders are, I think they can get in. And if they do, it's because of their quarterback. And, here's somebody who's, I find it amazing, guys, that on both sides of the border, here you have Trevor Harris approaching 40. Here you have Matthew Stafford approaching 40. They're maybe the 2 best performers in each league. The older you get, these guys aren't getting hit the way they used to. It's a different deal with quarterbacks. I can see Cody being the guy.
You just made my blood boil with that Matthew Stafford and that Los Angeles Rams team. Anywho.
So
did somebody get railroaded by the Atlanta Falcons on Monday night? Is that what I'm reading there? Yeah. Okay.
And Carolina 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right.
I got to leave the room for a bit.
What happens to Trey Ford then? Where does he go? Because that prediction spells the end to him.
Yes. Trey Ford, this is a change of scenery required, etc. It didn't work out in Edmonton. Where would make the most sense considering Trey Ford's skill set and the offense that they run? Calgary. To me, being Vernon Adams' backup in Calgary, you talk about a quarterback that likes to move around a lot. You talk about a quarterback that's got some, that can sling it. You won't have to change much of what you do on offense in Calgary if Vernon were to go down and Trey Ford's your guy.
That was I said it a few months ago. I'm like, I use the term because I use it all the time. He's a poor man's VA. So good to have as a backup.
That's what you called him. Yep.
He's a young man's VA. He's actually what Vernon Adams was 5-6 years ago as he was kind of coming up.
Makes sense.
You predicted the disaster that will be the Winnipeg Blue Bombers in 2026. Do you have a backup disaster in case the Bombers aren't that bad? Or is it just the Bombers?
A backup disaster. I guess Ottawa's got to figure out what they're going to do at quarterback and who and what they are. Like, I still don't like their roster right now, but it's January 2nd, free agencies, 5-6 weeks away. I actually do think that, I don't think Calgary's very good, but disasters, there's no fall off the cliff right now. Sask obviously is going to be competitive. BC is going to be competitive. I think Edmonton is going to move forward. I just don't know. Toronto. Toronto is just bad. Toronto's really bad. They have a long way to go.
Anybody in blues having a bad year.
Who's got a good chunk of cash to throw around? Is it Ottawa?
Yeah. There are a lot of teams that have some money to spend if they want to spend it. Especially these days with the whole marketing appearance money. It's
housing.
You can do whatever you want. You can make things work.
Yeah. The salary cap's just for the league to know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Montreal and Hamilton are the two most interesting teams. It's another year of Bo with Scott Milanovich. Bo just came off a huge year, obviously. Milanovich is the quarterback whisperer. What do they do there? And Montreal, what can the Alouettes be if they stay healthy? If Davis Alexander is able to go wire to wire. Remember, he was on the long-term injured list early in the season, then he gets hurt at the end of the season. What happens if he can string together 18 healthy games? What can Montreal be?
I saw on 3 Down Nation today, and they were talking about Sam Emilus taking a hometown discount. And then I had to scratch my eyes and then look at the number again, and I'm like, that's a hometown discount? He's getting paid. Are there teams that would have paid him more?
Maybe.
Possibly.
Maybe. Yeah.
But I thought...
Probably. Look,
yeah.
You look at Philpott in Montreal. Like, when you find one of those, you can't let them out of your building. You just can't.
No. But there's a lot to be said for familiarity, too, right? He's comfortable here. He's comfortable with Trevor. He's comfortable with the offense. He knows he's going to be respected.
I would have been like 240, 230 hometown discount. Then what he's getting, the lettuce he's getting, I was like, oh, yeah, that's cake. He got paid.
Okay.
But what made Hamilton go this year was Bo to Kenny Lawler.
Yep.
Like, when you have that, when your security blanket doesn't necessarily have to be the slot receiver to get you 9 yards on 2nd and 8. Your security blanket can also get you 55 yards on 2nd and 8.
Yep. No, you're exactly right on the Kenny Lawler edition. It made a huge difference in Hamilton. So
okay, let's quickly go here to some NFL. And there are some games this weekend and how it should be. And I love everything about it. And I don't know if I told you this on Tuesday when we talked, but I did sprinkle down a little bit on the Pats to win the AFC. Confidence level, 7 out of 10. Maybe 6.5 even. So I just did it to be true to myself. So I can look myself in the mirror and say, you put your money where your heart is. Maybe not so much your head. AFC team, when the playoffs start, or right now, who do you see? Who are we not talking about? Is it the Houstons of the world?
Yes, and since Colson likes to bookmark these things, I think I talked about Houston 4, 5, 6 weeks ago. I am still riding with the Houston Texans, if they stay healthy, as the team to beat in the AFC. Like, think about it. We're going into the final week of the season where Denver, New England, and Jacksonville all have a chance at home field in the number 1 seed. But here you have Houston that started 0-3. Here you have a Texans team with a new offensive coordinator. It took them a while to get going with C.J. Stroud. Here you have a Houston team that has the best defense in football. To me, there's like, if you have an elite defense, that makes you scary, because the thing about Denver and New England is neither of those quarterbacks have played in the playoffs, and neither of those quarterbacks really have gone up against a lethal defense. Game changer.
For sure. Okay. The only thing about Houston, that because Patriots could end up playing Houston, the Chargers, probably Buffalo. First game. Yeah. Give me a dark room to go hide in. Like, that scares me. So the only thing about Houston, the elements. They play in a dome.
Yeah.
You know, can their offense travel to the cold? To Denver ain't going to be a cakewalk. Whoever's got to go play in there too.
Nope.
That's the only thing. Jacksonville's going to have to go play in the cold, so maybe.
Jacksonville's only going to have. They're going to get the first game at home if they win their division, right?
And if, you know,
New England.
I don't think they're going to get home field because the Chargers are sitting everybody, so Denver will probably get it. But the amazing part about this year is that for almost every team in the playoffs, you could say, all right, I foresee a path that they make the Super Bowl. The Philadelphia Eagles, who put up 0 second half passing yards last week. In a win.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
I can see the Eagles making the Super Bowl again. I really can. And I can see the Eagles losing in the wild card game.
I agree. Okay, we up against the clock here because we get to talk to someone from the Harlem Globetrotters soon, which I'm just super fascinated about. Give me one hot take prediction NFL for the next year.
Like next year, not the playoffs?
So for next year, I would say that Kansas City doesn't make the playoffs again next year.
I could see it.
That's not that hot a take. Yeah. No, I think that's an easy one.
That's an easy one?
What about Baltimore? Where's Baltimore going?
Okay, here's a hot take. If Baltimore loses on Sunday night, that Lamar Jackson will not be the Ravens quarterback next year.
Ooh.
Folks, he put his neck on the line today. It's what he did. What he did.
Outstanding.
And you know people are going to come at you and be like, "What? You know what? You did it."
Yeah. Showed up.
Keep the receipts. Shove them up here, whatever.
I'm in the bunker, and I pull out my sandwich on the Patrick Mahomes thing, and Barney says, no. Pull out the driver in the bunker and get that thing on the green.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Lamar.
Have fun getting over that lip. You're right up against the... awesome. Kay, one more time. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Chat
Happy
next
New Year.
week, buddy.
Take
Have a
care,
good
Arash.
weekend.
Boys. Yeah.
Arash Madani. And he's always brought to you by Brian Golly. Smart investing solutions. You got to be smart with your money. Call Brian Golly and his team, 546-2533. We're up against the clock. Let's talk some Globetrotters. We come back. I see all your texts, too. We'll get to those in a bit. It's a Sportscage. We'll be right back.
If you've got a Steelcraft garage door, you've got a door with parts manufactured and assembled right here in Canada. A door with better insulation and seal, plus a warranty you're probably never going to use. And if you don't have a Steelcraft garage door, you should get one. Don't just hang a door, install a Steelcraft. Turn curb appeal into curb envy.
Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door. We offer more.
Steel-craft.ca.
Sask Lotteries has over 50 years of winning behind us. And you know what that means? Lots of winning numbers. Numbers like over 1,200 organizations funded and 12,000 plus groups supported. $6 million given away annually in community grants. And the winningest number of all? $1.4 billion given back to the people of Saskatchewan through sport, culture, and recreation. And we're just getting started. Learn more at sasklotteries.ca.
Since 1949, Nelson Homes has been providing you one-stop shopping for ready-to-move homes, panelized packages, and on-site builds. Nelson Homes' team of authorized dealers all over Saskatchewan would be happy to help you turn your dream home into a reality.
In the Saskatoon area, call Kurt at Canadian Timber Homes.
Or call 1-800-661-6534 for more information. Nelson Homes, trusted quality and service since 1949.
Out on the prairies, some herds are still living like it's 1995, waiting around the corral like they're expecting a landline to ring. Trouble is, it's 2026, and your cattle need water where they are, not where the old hookup happens to be. That's where Keln Solar makes you the hero. With solar livestock watering systems, you can drop a pump just about anywhere. No grid, no trenching, no fuss. Modern tech for modern ranching. Keep the water moving and the herd happy. Keln Solar. They move water because your cows won't. Visit KelnSolar.com.
The name you know and trust has moved closer to you. Mainline Motors is now only 30 minutes away. The amazing deals and award-winning service is now at your doorstep. Mainline Motors, a proud Saskatchewan name for generations, is here to serve your every need with a huge selection of new and pre-owned with prices that won't be beat. Do your wallet a favor and call Southie Mainline today, 306-726-2060, or check us out online, southeymainline.ca. Worth the drive every time. Guaranteed.
Sportscage is live streaming from our Century Studios in downtown Regina. Watch now at sportscage.com and our YouTube channel. Be part of the show by texting 306-936-6262. 620 CKRM.
Going to read some of those texts on the Prairieland Rentals text line in a moment. It's for Nelson Homes on Friday. Sharky is with me. He's brought to you by Flooring Superstore. It's coming up on Tuesday. They're in town. The Harlem Globetrotters. Let's go out on the Western Pizza guest hotline. It's Friday. Why cook when you can have the perfect pizza, generous amount of toppings, all the Greek favorites you like, souvlaki, rib salad. Call your local Western Pizza. Find out what the pickup special is. We're going out on the Western Pizza guest hotline. Joining us, he stands 6'8". He's out of some university that I've never heard of, Zeus, Julian. It's North Carolina AT&T State University. Part of the Harlem Globetrotters. You're coming to town next week. Thanks for making time today.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. That's A&T, not AT&T. That's a phone company.
AT&T. They sponsor it now. I heard they bought the sponsorship rights. You're in marketing. Everything's for sale. Everything's for sale in this day and age. Hey, and I understand that your favorite food is pizza.
Oh, yeah. I'm a pizza connoisseur.
Okay, so when you come to Regina, this isn't a joke.
This
All
is
joking
important.
aside.
This is really important.
You tell someone you want from one of the Western pizzas. What do you like on your pizza?
If you can't do pep and cheese perfectly, then I don't want you to try anything else. So I always start with pep and cheese, then I get adventurous.
Okay, so you go look up Western pizza and see what you're going to get into here. But the pizza's it's not like deep dish. It's called Regina style pizza. It's that thick. And I'm telling you right now, your taste buds are going to go on a Regina twirl when you're here taking in that. No, I'm telling you, you're a pizza guy. Western pizza. I gotta ask. I love it. The Globetrotters has been years since I've seen the performance and the game and what you guys do. Just tee it up for people that are thinking about going or that are going next Tuesday. What are they going to see?
You're going to see some amazing stuff this year in particular because this is our 100-year anniversary. So we've been around for the last 100 years. I've been on the team for 16 of those years, so 16% of the team history I've been on there. But you're going to see high-flying slam dunks, half-court trick shots, and crowd participation that's unrivaled in sports. Like you see, like we go all over the world. Like we're in Regina. We are everywhere. And we enjoy it so much. And you never are going to forget the way that you feel. In fact, you're going to come back with your family, like later on down the line. You're going to remember these moments. And you don't have to be a basketball fan or a sports fan to enjoy the game. Just come on in, leave the cold weather outside, come have a good time with us.
It's an entertainment factor.
It is.
You guys are putting on a show here. 16, I got to ask you, come on, have you ever lost a game?
No, I'm undefeated. However, I used to play against the Globetrotters. So I played one season for the Washington Generals. Yeah. I definitely lost some games that year.
Did you demand a trade?
They demanded it. The Globetrotters got tired of me dunking on them, and they signed me to a contract.
So is that how it works? You got to play for the Generals first before the Globetrotters sign you up? Or if you're bad with the Trotters, you go down to the Generals? Like, how does that work back and forth?
Not always. It's a pretty rare occurrence that it actually happens. We got a couple guys on the team who did the same thing, though. The Globetrotters recognized the talent, and they recruited us while we were over there. But that was my introduction to the team. I didn't know anything about the Globetrotters growing up. Right, it was like my college y'all haven't heard of. I hadn't heard of what the Globetrotters could do. I saw them on Scooby-Doo, and I saw them on cartoons. I was like, this isn't a real team. I thought it was fake, And then when I actually played against them, guys, I fell in love with the team. It was like my first slice of pizza. I was like, I want more of this. This is amazing. And eventually, like I said, they got tired of me dunking on them, and they signed me to a contract the next year.
How many days on the road would you spend in a year?
I would say it varies for each player. For me right now, it's anywhere between 4 and 6 months.
Like there's 45 guys on the roster, 45 players on the roster, because they're not all men anymore. There are also women on the roster of the Globetrotters. Yeah.
Yep. We broke the gender barrier in the game of basketball in 1985 with Lynette Woodard. She was the first female to play with an all-male pro team.
That's okay. No one could answer this when I asked it a couple of weeks ago. I said, do you guys travel with the court and the nets, and then does someone have to set that up? Or does Regina have that stuff here?
Regina has a basketball court, believe it or not.
It's a hockey rink. I'm not sure if it's stored underneath the bowels of the Brandt Center somewhere.
It's down there.
They do. They strike it. Because I was like, or maybe they bring it out and then the Washington Generals have to put it all together.
That's a good question. No, we make the refs put it together. No, we in some different markets, there's no local basketball court, so we'll hire a company and they'll come put the court together in that specific market. So it varies most of the time, but everywhere we go, we're everybody's home team. So we just use whatever the major college is or major high school arena, whatever it is, we'll play there and bring their court with us.
What's the most interesting court you've ever played on with the Globetrotters? Where? Setting?
Oh, man. It was down in San Antonio, man. I remember, Curly Neal is like the king of the basketball dribble and the slide. And he taught one of our players this slide. I'll never forget it. It was in San Antonio. We weren't playing where the Spurs play that year. So this year it was just this back burner little court. And the dude did the slide, and he had a splinter in his leg about this big. Yuck! So that's the most interesting court I ever played on. Blessedly, I'm a dunker and I don't have to slide.
What's your training staff like? Is there someone capable of pulling that out?
Team? Yeah,
getting him taken care of.
We travel with a trainer. They hooked him up.
Okay, good. Because if that happens in Regina, he might be in the hospital for a week. He's gonna miss some games. Here's a lineup. We got lineups that you've never seen.
We'll get him some pizza.
Yeah,
that's right.
Julian Zeus McClurkin's joining us here from the Harlem Globetrotters. I asked you about have you ever lost, and who makes up the general squad?
Yeah, like where do they come from?
Yeah. It's the same as any other professional team, right? Like prior to playing for the Generals, I played overseas in South America. So they look for top talent of people who want to go and play basketball. Now, for me, my path to the Generals was kind of unconventional because I was hooping overseas and I was playing really well. But this guy, he called me. He's like, hey, you want to play for the Generals? I'm like, if I hadn't heard of the Globetrotters, what make you think I ever heard of the Generals? He was like, don't worry about it, man. You'd be perfect. Your defense sucks, and you want to travel the world, right? I was like, well, yeah, but what does that have to do with my defense? He's like, trust me, bro. And y'all, when I played, look, that was some fun basketball playing for the Generals. I got to tell you, it was fun.
So just be bad on defense, and the Generals will look for you, is what you're telling me.
All I gotta do is shoot. Like that's it. I'm good.
You guys, and I've seen this too because it was my nephew's kid last year in Saskatoon. You guys have audience participation at the show too, right?
Yeah, a lot of it. Like we'll come up into the stands. We might eat some poutine right beside you, shoot a trick shot right beside you, bring you down, spin the ball on your finger. We have a bucket of confetti or a bucket of water. You don't ever know when it's coming out. That's what really sets us apart from most other teams is the crowd participation. So much so that we even do a fifth quarter where at the end of every game, you can get a signed, you can get an autograph, take a picture with your favorite Harlem Globetrotter. And that's where we get really up close and personal with our fans. And that's what's kept us around, y'all, for these last 100 years.
Okay.
Very cool. Very
fan participation here. We got a question on the text line for you. Do you ever have to start playing serious, like when the Generals are maybe close? Do you guys have to amp it up?
So you see the entertainment aspects of it, but anyone who is a real competitive basketball player, when we're turning it on. There's stuff all the time that goes on in our games, and you can tell all right, I'm getting after it right now. Forget whatever this show play is about to be. We are getting after it. It's always on.
What's your favorite basketball movie of all time?
Basketball movie, Love and Basketball.
I haven't seen that one in a long time.
Yeah, I was Coach Carter.
Zeus 6'8" from AT&T State University.
No, A&T.
T-Mobile or Verizon. They're all in the same conference.
and I don't think I'm 6'8" anymore. The kids tell me I'm this tall. Whatever that means.
Yeah, if you're watching the stream, you know exactly what he's doing. This is a lot of fun. Really looking forward to you guys rolling into town on Tuesday. It sounds like it's going to be another, entertainment-packed show.
I'm putting money on the Generals. I'm telling you right now. I got the Generals on this one, straight up.
Yeah,
They're due.
I'll take. Yeah, Homer Simpson style. Julian, thanks so much, man. Have fun. Travel safe. Try the pizza.
Thanks, y'all. Take it easy.
Cheers.
Right on. That's good stuff. Coming up Tuesday at the Brandt Center. 100 years of Globetrotters. Quick break here. We'll come back. It is the Sportscage streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com.
Ready to raise your shower game? Rent a water heater and water softener together from Reliance Heath and turn every shower into a spa-worthy experience. Right now, when you rent a new water heater and water softener together, you'll get $400 back, sent by check after installation. Why settle for meh when you can upgrade your whole home's water and get big cashback savings? Don't miss out on this limited time offer.
Call on Reliance.
Call on Reliance Heath today.
So since that little ding on my car last week, I don't know where to take it. I don't even know.
That's easy. Take it to Regina Motor Products.
Who said that?
I did. Down here. I'm Terry the Tire. Regina Motor Products Chevrolet Collision Center and SGI accredited auto body repair is a full-service collision and body shop that works on all makes and models. Just submit your claim to SGI and set an appointment to get your appraisal done. Easy.
I bet you're tired after saying all that.
South at Highway 1 and 6, Albert Street. RMP Chevrolet SaskLotteriesChevrolet.com.
Sask Lotteries has over 50 years of winning behind us. And you know what that means? Lots of winning numbers. Numbers like over 1,200 organizations funded and 12,000 plus groups supported. $6 million given away annually in community grants. And the winningest number of all? $1.4 billion given back to the people of Saskatchewan through sport, culture, and recreation. And we're just getting started. Learn more at sasklotteries.ca.
Back to our regular spot, Pump Jacks Cathedral.
You know, I thought Pump Jacks was a kind of boot polish till last month.
What are you getting?
Kerwin's crispy ribs and a cold pint of local craft. Crispy, meaty, beautiful.
You had me at meaty.
Plus, we got live music on the weekends, big screens. This place is basically my second marriage.
And way cheaper than the first.
On the corner of Albert and 13th, Pump Jacks Cathedral Saloon and Steakhouse. Come early, stay late. The place where friends meet.
If your garage door is running a little rough, you don't need to be talked into something that you don't need.
Sir, what you need is the new gigantic-esque, voluminous, astronomical, ginormous, gargantuan, exquisite air garage.
Just call Busy Bee Doors, the local experts who have been in business for many, many doors. They can fix or replace any commercial or garage door.
Wait. With me, you get a little garage door keychain, please.
Busy Bee Doors, the garage door specialists.
Happy as knowing, not hoping, that Sell Off Vacations annual Boxing Day sale delivers exactly what you wanted for the holidays. A great deal on a well-earned break. With instant savings of up to $300 on sun vacations until January 4th, consider this that rare moment when the timing, the price, and your escape plans line up perfectly. Contact your travel expert to book or visit
selloffvacations.com. The name you know and trust has moved closer to you. Mainline Motors is now only 30 minutes away. The amazing deals and award-winning service is now at your doorstep. Mainline Motors, a proud Saskatchewan name for generations, is here to serve your every need with a huge selection of new and pre-owned with prices that won't be beat. Do your wallet a favor and call Saudi Mainline today, 306-726-2060, or check us out online, saudimainline.ca. Worth the drive every time, guaranteed.
It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Reliance Heath Water Heater Rentals. Bundle and save with Reliance Heath. Rent a new water heater and softener together and get $400 cash back. Call on Reliance Heath today.
Roughriders signed American wide receiver C.O.C. Mariner. Today, he was on the Roughriders practice squad last year prior to joining the Green and White. Played with Michigan, the Michigan Panthers of the UFL. In 2025. WHL tonight, Regina's in Prince Albert. Starts right here, 6:30 on CKRM. The Broncos are in Lethbridge. Moose Jaw travels to Medicine Hat. SJHL undefeated at the Viking Cup. They dumped SAIT in overtime. Those two teams will go at it again tomorrow in the gold medal game. World Junior Hockey relegation. Denmark is out. They lost to Germany 8-4. Sweden doubled up Latvia 6-3. Now we're waiting for the Swiss versus the Czechs, Finns, USA, and then Slovakia, Canada tonight. SJ tonight. Melville is in Yorkton. Highway 10 battle going on, and Melford's making the trek up to Flin Flon. Long Lake Hockey League, Foam Lake hosting Drake 8:30 at the Foam Lake Rec Center. And National Lacrosse League, the Rusher in Halifax to take on the Thunderbirds. Brought to you by Reliance Heath, the bundle and save event. Rent a new water heater and softener together with Reliance. Get $400 in cash back. Call on Reliance Heath today. Hour 2 coming up with our man, Eric Francis. It is a Sports Cage on 620 CKRM.
Proudly broadcasting from Treaty 4 territory, the homeland of the Dakota, Nakota, Lakota, Saulteaux, and on the homeland of the Métis Nation. We are 620 CKRM Regina, a Harvard media station.
It's 4 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Corey Atkinson from the sasktoday.ca newsroom with your 620 CKRM news for Bronco Plumbing and Heating, where professional service is guaranteed. They'll treat you right. 781-2090. Sask Power has applied for rate hikes of 3.9% in 2026 and again in 2027 to fund power system upgrades. The Crown Corporation says reliability and energy security remain top priorities. The proposed increase would add about $5 a month to the average residential bill. Farm customers would see about $11 more. Sask Power notes similar increases were approved in 2022 and 2023 after several years without changes. SGI has also submitted a request for auto insurance rate increases, marking its first general hike since 2014. The 2-year plan proposes 3.75% increases in June 2026 and 2027. SGI says inflation and rising repair costs mean premiums no longer cover claims. If approved, most drivers would pay about $38 more each year. Motorcycles and urban taxis are excluded from the first year while talks continue. SGI says Saskatchewan would still have some of the lowest insurance rates in Canada. The proposal will be reviewed publicly by the Saskatchewan Rate Review Panel before any decision is made. IHOP is set to open its first Saskatchewan restaurant in Regina, according to online job postings. The International House of Pancakes will operate as a dual-branded location with Applebee's in the city's East End. Social media pages for the restaurant are already live. IHOP continues to expand across Canada with locations in Winnipeg, Calgary, and Edmonton. The opening timeline remains unclear. The Saskatchewan Health Authority says the Regina Urgent Care Centre will close early today at 4 p.m. because a doctor is unexpectedly away. The centre will also run shorter hours on Tuesday, January 6th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. It will return to normal hours tomorrow and January 7th. People with emergencies should go to Regina General Hospital or Pasqua Hospital. For non-emergencies, the Health Authority is asking you to call Healthline 811, visit a walk-in clinic, or speak with a pharmacy. Prime Minister Mark Carney will meet with Ukraine's allies in Paris on Monday at a critical juncture for ceasefire talks in the country's war with Russia. Efforts to negotiate a ceasefire will hinge in part on security guarantees for Ukraine. Carleton University professor Fen Osler-Hampson says that could see Canada or other allies put troops on the ground in Ukraine as a deterrent to Russian aggression.
It's got to be a very robust tripwire that will make it clear to Russia that, if they try funny business again, if they try to invade Ukraine again, they're going to be involved in war with Western countries.
Carney did not rule out putting boots on the ground in Ukraine as part of a possible security guarantee when he visited the war-torn nation for its Independence Day in August. And Canadian drug companies are allowed to make lower-priced generic versions of the blockbuster drug Ozempic as of next week. But experts say patients shouldn't expect it to be available for at least a few months. Brand name Ozempic can cost patients a few $100s a month. University of Toronto pharmaceutical policy expert Mina Tadros says patients can expect the drug to be priced as low as 35% of the brand name drug's cost. That was your 620 CKRM News. Read more stories from around your community and around the province at sasktoday.ca and 620ckrm.com. Your weather is next.
Winter's coming. Is your home ready? At Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, they install high-efficiency brine furnaces that keep your family cozy while saving energy and money. Their professional team takes care of everything, from installation to long-term service, so your home stays warm for years to come. Call 781-2090 or visit broncoplumbing.com today. Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, and Bryant, whatever it takes.
Brought to you by Line X Regina, Serious Protection Killer Lux, 1865 McCarra Street. Tonight, flurries ending in the area, mostly cloudy sky and a low down to minus 18. Tomorrow looking mostly cloudy, high of minus 12. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, a few flurries again in the area, and we're going to rise to minus 8. Sunday, early flurries, then mostly cloudy, high of minus 6. Starting the week on Monday, mostly cloudy. Some flurries again in the area, minus 6. And Tuesday looks partly sunny and a high of minus 8. Currently, downtown Regina. Cloudy sky. There is light snow in the area. It's minus 12, but it feels like minus 20.
For 40 years, the team from Line X Regina has been protecting vehicles across Saskatchewan, and we're changing with the times. 3 generations of our family have protected your vehicles. Our business has evolved, and we're not stopping now. The next generation is here. Same family, same commitment, ready for the next generation of truck beds, rocker panels, trailers, bumpers, and running boards in all kinds of colors. Line X Regina, 1865 McCarra Street, the next generation of protective coatings.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sports Cage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Brought to you by Nelson Homes, supplying home packages and RTMs for over 65 years. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sports Cage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Welcome back. Hour 2 of the program for Nelson Homes. Sharky is with me, co-hosting on this Friday. He's for Flooring Superstore, located on Park Street.
They are.
Cash and carry prices. And if you need someone to do it, they can do it. Okay.
They do a great job.
We talked to Zeus, our boy, Julian McClurkin, from the Harlem Globetrotters.
We just met him today.
We do have 2 tickets to give away to the Harlem Globetrotters Tuesday at the Brandt Center. Apparently the Brandt Center has their own basketball floor that they can put down.
Without splinters.
And the nets and the whole 9 yards. So if you want to go Tuesday
You didn't know
night,
that was there, did you?
I figured it was, but I've been down there a number of times. I've never seen it in the back.
It's got to be there somewhere.
The last time they probably cracked it out was for the Globetrotters.
Could have been. Yeah.
It just baffles me. It's like, what do you like?
I know they had it for high school one
Should
year.
we put this on Facebook Marketplace at some point? We're not using it anymore. The old court. Is there a piece missing? What happens if there's a piece missing? Do they call Freeze Tallman? Hey.
No, they call Flooring Superstore. We need some hardwood.
Okay, either or. Get them to work in conjunction together. So, yeah, we got 2 tickets to the Globetrotters. How we're going to do that? Colson, just text in? Yeah. Right now. Okay, text in right now. You want to go to the Globetrotters. Take text number 9 on that. My favorite number, 9. Still a lot to get to. We got this World Junior Hockey, and how many stages? Cool. There's Group A, there's Group B, there's Group C. No, C, yeah. D. How many?
There's 8.
There's 4 divisions. There's the top division, which we see every year.
Yes.
And then there's 3 lower divisions, which each have a Group A and B.
And by the way, the top division that we see is the only division that has 10 teams in it.
And they play on ice.
Yes.
The rest of them are floor hockey.
They're roller hockey. No.
I want to get to the last group, but let's do this with Eric, because this sounds like a lot of fun. Here it is. Eric's like,
Now for Inside the NHL with Eric Francis on the Sports Cage. Inside the NHL is brought to you by Sports Select. Getting in on more of the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer.
And it was Krusty the Clown that bet on the Generals, not Homer Simpson.
Yeah, I'm taking the Generals straight up.
Okay, that you got a Tootsie lid going on.
Funny, I wore this the other day to the Flames practice, and I asked the coach a question, and he kind of stumbled with his answer. And then when the press conference was over, he goes, "Sorry, Eric, I was distracted by your hat. I just thought it was so great." I think he'd been there before, and so I think it brought up some memories. I don't know. But, yeah, good old Tootsies.
Okay, let's play a little game here.
Yeah,
Sharky's got I haven't seen this as well. So how many teams is there?
In the last pool, there are 6.
6 teams. The last pool, Division
3, Group B of the World Juniors, to be played in Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan. There, we'll go there too.
Okay,
right. 6 teams.
6 teams, and really obscure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go first with Yemen.
Yemen is not there. Yemen
Eric,
is not
you're
there.
up.
I better nail this because I think I'm covering the tournament. Let's see. Because the A-listers at Sportsnet, they go cover the real Olympics, and then guys like me, the C-listers, I'll be covering the C pool for the juniors. South Africa.
You've definitely been to one of these countries.
My God, I'd have no idea because
Mexico's a good guess. Mexico's a good guess. Yeah,
they're in.
Oh,
Chile.
Chile is not there. They did not qualify.
But this is the C level. Like, you're not even talking B level. You're talking C?
This is the last level of World Juniors.
Vietnam.
How many layers are there in the B level? Do you know how many teams there are?
There's 7 levels altogether. This is the 7th level.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And there's
7.
There's 6 teams per level.
Oh, my God. Nashville in there? I don't know. Like,
people are playing along on the text line here.
Well,
who did you say?
Nashville. Like, I feel like when you get to that level, it could just be a bunch of high schoolers who just submit an application. Could be from Wisconsin.
Iran is in.
The Iranians.
The hockey powerhouse of Iran is in. They'll play Kyrgyzstan, South Africa, Luxembourg, and Hong Kong.
I said
China.
South Africa. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's level 7. That's the bottom level.
Hong Kong,
Mexico, Kyrgyzstan, Iran, South Africa.
Who's ranked 1?
Okay.
They don't have rankings.
So here's my question. If a group of like high schoolers from Regina went and played in that tournament, how would they do? Because I got some money I'd like to throw a sprinkle on that for Sports Select on a team from Regina beating team Mexico? Any of those ones you just named.
Hong Kong?
Hong
Kong?
Okay. Are you talking kids that actually play? Like what level? Like kids that are playing AAA?
Oh, we could have said AAAs.
Dude, AAA team from high school in Regina would kick the crap out of all those countries. I guarantee. I'm not even joking. Like, there are going to be players in that tournament that don't know the rules. Not all
I think we're being a little ignorant. There's lots of people in those countries.
Yeah, but to come up with 20 guys that age in Iran that can play hockey.
Kyrgyzstan. Do you know what hotel you're staying in when you cover it?
I'm at the Grand Royale. I don't know. Whatever Marriott property is there, I'll be there.
With a straight face, he comes out with a Grand Royale. Israel and Iran are not in the same pool, though. Israel's up a couple divisions.
Well, that I would hate to get in the middle of having to cover that one. That's too contentious, too political.
Yeah,
that would get ugly. But you know what? Like, I'm just telling you. Like, I guarantee you that would be some of the most embarrassing hockey. You can't. Yes, on each team there might be 1 or 2 guys that are really good who could maybe play on a Canadian high school team. But I don't think I'm being ignorant when I say that hockey would be atrocious.
Look
at the women's. Look at some of the teams that played in the women's A-level Olympics tournament. It's embarrassing.
It is. Yeah, it is.
So,
okay.
Anyway.
That was my fun today, looking that up.
Let's be honest. You get your Sportsnet people on it and going over there and covering it and doing like a little docuseries on the bottom division of the World Juniors because it's such a big deal here. People would tune into that.
You know what? I know you're half joking, but I'll go wherever the Marriott points. I'll go wherever the Marriott points are, and I'll also. I think you're right. There would be great stories about guys who, high schoolers who, in their spare time, take apart bombs or something. They just have the craziest hobbies or jobs, and now here they are just taking a spin, and they're probably just saying, "Yeah, well, my neighbor's cousin told me that they had an opening on the team and they needed to fill it, and the first guy to come up with $20 got to make the team." I don't know. There'd be great stories.
Iran's in the bottom on the women's side too, on the under 20. So the Iranians, big hockey power coming on.
It would be
big hockey power coming on.
It would be very interesting. I would love to watch. I'm really trying to snivel my way in to go with you, so we can both do the stories together. Between the two of us, it'd be fun. I don't even need to stay at the Royale. I don't even need to stay at the Royale.
We'd bring our clubs too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now
Kyrgyzstan.
Now you know the rub.
Great
now you know the rub. We'll find a try. We'll put a mat down. We'll play on mats if we have to. Eric and I.
You'll be on mats, all right.
Hey, I wanted to ask you this because it's big news with the Calgary Flames, but also the Medicine Hat Tigers and the WHL that Andrew Bashaw's being sent.
Yeah, getting sent down to the junior club, and you know what? He's missed so much time over the last couple of years with injuries. He's had so many problems with his ankle, his foot. And he just wasn't catching fire. I mean, this is a guy who's well over a point per game in the dub. He's a leader. He's a really talented young player, and he just wasn't producing at all in the American Hockey League, and wasn't helping the team, and probably wasn't helping himself or his confidence. So they're going to send him down for the last couple of months here, last half season. Go get your confidence back and get games under your belt where you're playing meaningful minutes too. So, to be honest, I don't follow the Western Hockey League enough to know. My first thought was, as I heard the news today, is Medicine Hat, are they a contender? I think not. I know they had a wagon the last couple of years.
No, they are.
They're back on top.
They're still a wagon. Oh, that's fantastic.
This is going to help.
Those
studs.
Okay, good. Well, that's what you want, because you don't want to send a guy back and he doesn't, they go one round in the playoffs. I mean, ideally, you got a team that's got a chance to win a Mem Cup, and then everybody wins. It's great for. Look, we're seeing it with Zane Parekh right now. You want to send these guys back down to try and get that swagger back, and ultimately it should serve both Basha and Parekh well when they come back.
No, this is going to be big for Medicine Hat. Now, Medicine Hat's going to have to make maybe a couple other plays, and Willie Desjardins is super smart.
I did hear a rumor, and I've only heard it once, and it wasn't really a great source, but that what's his name was going to leave Penn State and go back to Medicine Hat as well.
McKenna.
Whoa!
No. This is you in your sleep again after too many whiskeys.
That
can happen.
Would he have to give back half of the $700,000 he's getting paid to play at Penn State? I don't think he's doing that.
Well, he's getting about just under $200,000 a goal right now. So yeah, he's doing all right. He's doing all right.
Well, what about Roger McQueen, who went, but where's he? Providence, and he would have tore up the Western League this year, been right up there, and he's having a tough year. So, okay, I'll ask you this, Eric: only 2 Calgary Flames are going to be going to the Olympics.
There's still a chance that Adam Klapka could go, unless they announce that today for where is he? Is he Slovakia or is he Czechia? Slovakia. Anyway, pardon my ignorance. I'm still in holiday mode. Still rebounding from New Year's Eve. Sorry. So no, Adam Klapka would be a depth player, obviously, on for his country. But yeah, Rasmus Andersson, obviously deserving. He was the captain of Sweden's World Championship team last spring. So he was kind of a shoo-in, and he's had a great season this year. Michael Backlund was a long shot at 36. He has captained Sweden to a World Championship in 2018. But at age 36, with a guy who can only basically play a third-line role, I didn't think he was going to make the team. I mean, he's still on their reserve list, and you never know. But, yeah. Look at the Flames roster and tell me if you thought there would be a lot of Olympians on it. Not really. The best reaction, guys, and, there's been great stories out there of guys who've reacted to not being on the team. I think it was Scheifele saying it was a dark day for him. And, in all seriousness, Mackenzie Weegar had a really tough time with it. But it was emotional. But Nazem Kadri came out to speak to us. And, of course, the whole country's talking about this. And someone says, well, we just want to get your reaction to not being on Team Canada. And he gave complete deadpan, brilliant, goes, I didn't make it? It was fantastic. The comedic timing was brilliant. And we're all laughing so hard. He goes, oh, that's too bad. That would have been fun. Yeah, it's a Canadian. Look, I've changed my mind. I've long feared. It's born out of fear. Thought that the Americans were going to win the Olympic gold medal. I know it's a long way off still, but I've long thought that to be in their bonnet after 4 nations and all these years, I thought, man, this is where we're finally going to get our comeuppance and they're going to pass us. But after looking at the rosters and the way things are developing, evolving, I no longer think that. We have the best 4 players in the entire world right now. We do have by far. Wherever the next player on that list is, if it's an American, I couldn't tell you which one it is. Maybe Quinn Hughes. But, my takeaway from the Canadian roster, 2 things. One is I'm still terrified of our goaltending. And I would start Logan Thompson, give him a short leash. But the other takeaway is, I really wanted Sam Bennett on there. I know we talked about this the other day. But when I saw Tom Wilson on there, he's an even bigger nuclear deterrent who's having an even bigger season, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with Bennett not being on there. I still don't love it, but if they wanted to put Wilson in that same role that Bennett had, I guess I'm okay with it. That's my take. What do you guys think about that?
I like Wilson being on there, and I think in that smaller rink that they're going to have, that's to Wilson's advantage. And I think when the rink size came out, Wilson went to the top of the list as a forward we're going to have on this team.
I think Tom Wilson's a really good hockey player.
Oh, he is a good hockey player.
And a lot of people right away think, he's going to fight. We're not going to fight. He is a really good hockey player, and a hockey player that's going to have teams head on swivel, can change the complexion of a game in a hurrah. The one thing that I heard, Eric, from this, and I mentioned it earlier when Arash was on, for me, I just feel that Doug Armstrong mentioned it 3 or 4 times, how we watched guys at the World Championships, what he did at the World Championships, when he came with us to the World Championships. I almost thought that was me connecting the dots on why Bedard maybe was left off.
100%. 100%. It's not 100% the reason why Bedard's not on the team. The injury has something to do with it, but also his past involvement with Hockey Canada and non-involvement with Hockey Canada. I think all things being considered, and there were tough decisions to be made, those hurt him. I definitely think those hurt him. And you did, I noticed that too. They mentioned a lot of things. Celebrini with the experience, the way he fit in with the veterans at the World Championships, not just on the ice, but socially. And that's a big issue with Bedard as well that's been talked about quite a bit. And I definitely think that's part of it. I didn't think Bedard was going to be on the team. And I'm not going to go as far as to say I don't think he deserves to be on the team, because a lot of guys deserve to be considered and maybe could have made the team. But, I'm okay with it. And guys, history matters. Relationships matter in this world, whether you're doing sales for a living, whether you're in the media, whether you're playing hockey. Hockey Canada knows these guys very well because they came to the World Championships. And the guys who didn't, that really hurt them. It was a really bad move by Connor Bedard, I think.
I agree with you 1,000% on that. I think you got to show up, and there's familiarity and there's a lack of familiarity, if you will, with the player and his presence there. There's a couple that kind of blow me away. Bo Horvat is one that I'm okay, but why leave Mark Scheifele and Bennett off then, right? And Anthony Cirelli, I believe, was just the coach's choice. Cooper just made sure that one of his guys was on the roster.
Yeah, I'm a Cirelli fan, and I know the relationship between Cooper and Cirelli, and it's full of trust and everything. And I wasn't surprised, but I thought that would be the one that people would be most upset about, to be honest. I can't really take umbrage with any of them. Like Horvat was not on anybody's radar probably 2 months ago, but he's had a really good start to this season, and I don't have a problem with it. And what I also really took from the press conference with Doug Armstrong was, look, he wouldn't put a number on how many guys were on the reserve list, because I think pretty much everybody who was on their radar has probably been told, look, it's not next man up mentality. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not like, okay, whoever gets hurt, our next guy up is Sam Bennett. No, if Tom Wilson goes down, Sam Bennett's next on the list. If Bo Horvat, this injury, we don't know how bad it is. If he goes down, then that's a different kind of player that would be brought into the roster. Maybe it is Scheifele. I don't know who's next on the list. Maybe it's Seth Jarvis.
I think Bennett covers off both of those guys if they get hurt. Now, if a sniper gets hurt, I don't know where Mark Stone's actually really good defensively. I was actually surprised he made it. If he goes, then who gets inserted? If it's a pure goal scorer, then maybe does Bedard get a call. But I think Bennett checks off a lot of boxes for what you need in this short tournament where it's going to get greasy. The other thing about the taxi squad, Eric, too, and not to put you on a spot, I don't know how much you know about this, but it was interesting, and what I heard was all these guys, they ask them, okay, unfortunately, you didn't make it, yada, yada. We would like you to be on the, standby list, practice squad, whatever it's called. But you have to continue with the testing and you have to be ready to go and all that, where they all said yes, so to speak. I wonder what all goes into that, because there's obviously the drug testing, all that. And I guess it makes sense. A lot of guys want to go to the Olympics. You want to do that, but you're putting yourself,
Yeah.
Hey, Mama wants to go to Cabo.
Well,
Italy's nice this time of year.
No, not Northern.
It's like Mackenzie Weegar joke, He's like, I've already booked Cabo, but I have cancellation insurance on there. Like, pay the extra $13.95 just in case the Olympic team comes calling. Look, who in their right mind is going to say, "Oh, I didn't make it"? Well, then take me off the reserve list because I want to go smoke some weed, man. I don't want to have to do the drug testing. I would rather get my high on than sit around and have to answer to the IOC phone calls and text messages.
I like
everyone.
I like how you use the slang.
Everyone's going to say yeah.
Did he say man a lot?
Yeah.
Did he say I'm splitting?
You're in the mix. Yeah.
That's right. If you smoke weed, you got to say man a lot. I think that's the way it works.
Or bro.
Or bro.
Yeah.
So listen,
Depending
bro.
on the crowd. Yeah.
I'm not surprised, but you asked what does it entail, my man? And what it entails is making sure, bro, that you have to let them know where you are at all times. and that's part of. Remember, Penny Alexiak is now banned for 2 years because 3 times in a row she didn't let them know where they were 24/7 in case they wanted to come calling and have her pee in a bottle. And that's as simple as it is. If there's 3 strikes, you're out. So these guys are surely going to still fill out their little questionnaire and let the man know where they are at all times.
You had talked about goaltending earlier, and I'm agreeing with you. I agree with Logan Thompson being the starter. How long the leash is that up to the coaches? But the 2 Colorado goalies both being left off, to me, that's a lot of W's left off your team. That's a lot of wins.
Yeah, I wonder if part of the problem was there's the debate on which of the 2 you bring. Wedgwood's been lights out in Mackenzie Blackwood's stead while he was hurt, but there's no question in Colorado that Blackwood is the starter moving forward. So I'm not even sure you're going to get that one right as to who you should bring out of the 2. And I'm a big Darcy Kemper fan. He doesn't get the due that he deserves because he plays out on the West Coast and nobody ever sees him play. But look at his numbers the last 2 years, and he's won a cup, even though nobody gave him credit for that. I like Kemper. He's to me it's between Kemper and Thompson as to who's your opening game starter, and I think all of them have short leashes. Remember, guys, it was Marty Brodeur. And some people will say he's the greatest goalie of all time, or certainly on that list. He's the winningest. He started the last Olympic tournament as the number 1 guy, had a little trouble. They put in Luongo, and he ended up being the star the rest of the way. So don't be surprised if whoever starts game 1 or 2 doesn't play again after that if they falter.
Exactly. Oh, I agree with you 1,000% on that, Eric. Behind you 100%.
What about a couple of omissions on the USA side? Cole Caulfield, I thought that was surprising. Maybe Matthew Nyes a bit.
Yeah, Caulfield a little bit. The most surprising one to me is Adam Fox. I can't believe he's not on the team. But then, kind of like the whole Bennett thing where I vehemently disagreed with leaving him off, now you have Quinn Hughes in the mix. So you got Quinn Hughes and Zach Werenski who can run the power play. No longer do you need Adam Fox to run a power play. You got those 2 studs. Now, if either one of them go down, I guarantee Adam Fox is the first call that they make. But I still am surprised that Fox, the guy's won a Norris Trophy, puts up crazy points. He hasn't had a great year, but he's been good enough. But yeah, Caulfield, look, it goes back to what Bill Guerin had said about a month and a half ago. Look, we're not putting together a team for a Christmas tournament. We're putting together a team based on a history of their body of work. And the body of work for Cole Caulfield is small simply because of his age, whereas you've got other guys who have a careers full of work that you can see the character in. Again, I go back to character. In Calgary, Canada's got guys who've been brought on, like Tom Wilson, to be character guys. The Americans, their character guys to me are like JT Miller, the Tkachuk brothers. Those are guys who are on the roster, not just because they're talented, but also because they bring we'll call it the X factor as well as just being a great player. So I don't know, maybe Adam Fox doesn't bring anything other than offense. I don't know. That was an interesting one, though.
Okay, in closing, Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan. I don't find a Marriott, but there's the Sheraton is the top-ranked hotel, followed by the Ramada by Wyndham.
And there's a Maple Leaf golf course. Got some pictures for you guys.
Oh, Eric. Look at that first hole. I can spray it anywhere.
Oh, my God. I just got my confirmation back from the Sheraton, as you showed me these photos.
Okay. Did you get 2 beds?
I got, 2 queens. Don't worry.
Okay, what's the minibar situation like? Are we running that to Sportsnet, or are we on the hook for that?
Oh, no, Sportsnet's good for that. Don't worry, man. We're good.
Because the Sportscage, we need you to do the heavy lifting of it. And then speaking of and using a lot of slang, do you remember this beauty? Here's the. That's when Kramer was talking slang with his buddy. He said, "Did he say I'm splitting?"
Yeah,
that's crazy that you just put. Somebody just sent me the clip on Twitter today from that. Yeah. And I forwarded it to some friends. That's so wild. I guess that's making the rounds right now.
Yeah, it's a beauty.
Is that the one?
Listen, bro.
Is that the one where he chugs the beer while smoking at the same time?
Yeah, because he thinks the other guy's doing drugs because he's sniffing a lot, but it's the mole hair sweater. That's
my God, that is so hilarious that you just showed me that because and funny, all these worlds are coming together with my Tootsie's hat. I sent it to the 3 guys who were with me last at Tootsie's because 1 or 2 of the guys in the group may have tried to drink a beer while smoking at the same time. Man.
Right on, man.
All right, bro.
Have a good weekend. Talk to you next weekend, bro.
Word.
NHL insider Eric Francis. I'm telling you, you never know where that segment's going to go. It's brought to you by Sports Select. It's never been easier. You can make your picks online, generate your QR code, lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Every bet's 100% legal. Chance of winning cash in hand. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. We're going to get to Sprinkle of the Day a little bit later. We're going to talk about the World Junior game, but we're going to go to break here. We come back. Farhan Lalji is going to be standing by. It is a Sports Cage, streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com.
Looking for the best gear at the best price? Extreme Hockey and Sport just raised the bar. Now, with a price match guarantee, find the same product anywhere else, show the price, and they'll match it. The gear you need, the service you trust, and the price you want. Why settle for anything less? Get the local loyalty and the price match guarantee only at Extreme Hockey. Any budget, expert fit. Your local sit and fit hockey shop. Extreme Hockey and Sport, 1425 McIntyre Street, Regina's Hockey Shop.
What's going on in the markets? When is the right time to invest? What should you do with your money today? When Lindsay had questions, she talked to Brian Golly.
We see Brian as more than a financial expert. He understands the importance of family. He guides us to make decisions that will benefit our family's financial future.
Don't guess with your money this RRSP season.
He's trustworthy and he's very easy to work with.
Call Brian Golly at Smart Investing Solutions. 546-2533.
New year, same old basement? Freeze Tallman Lumber has everything you need to transform that space from storage to stunning. Framing lumber, insulation, drywall, interior doors, molding, and ceiling tiles. All the materials to turn your basement into something you'll actually use. Start the year by building it right with help from the pros who know interiors. And they'll deliver it if you live in Regina, Fort Capel, or anywhere in southern Saskatchewan. Visit freezetallman.com. Freeze Tallman. Let's get you building.
Proven by countless farmers, 900 Series fence sprayers set the standard for your crops, and it's available at Nick's Service in Emerald Park. Featuring 370 horsepower, 132-foot boom, 1,580-gallon tank, smart drive 4-wheel steering, and Liquid Logic recirculating boom, the 900 Series fence sprayers are backed by a 3-year, 2,000-hour Gold Star warranty. Leaders drive Fendt. To learn more about making your crops successful, visit Nick's Service today. nicksservice.com.
The name you know and trust has moved closer to you. Mainline Motors is now only 30 minutes away. The amazing deals and award-winning service is now at your doorstep. Mainline Motors, a proud Saskatchewan name for generations, is here to serve your every need with a huge selection of new and pre-owned with prices that won't be beat. Do your wallet a favor and call Southie Mainline today, 306-726-2060, or check us out online, southie-mainline.ca. Worth the drive every time. Guaranteed.
When you play Sports Select, you're part of more than the game. You're backing over 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups across Saskatchewan funded through Sask Lotteries. So go ahead, make your picks at sportselect.com, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Every play is 100% legal, and every ticket supports your community. Sports Select. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus. Please play responsibly.
Since 1949, Nelson Homes has been providing you one-stop shopping for ready-to-move homes, panelized packages, and on-site builds. Nelson Homes' team of authorized dealers all over Saskatchewan would be happy to help you turn your dream home into a reality. In the Saskatoon area, call Kurt at Canadian Timber Homes or call 1-800-661-6534 for more information. Nelson Homes, trusted quality and service since 1949.
The days are shorter, it's colder out, so you're heading home, and your stomach is making that sound like it's sucking up to your spine. How about a delicious Western pizza? Imagine it, a golden, crispy crust holding a mountain of melty cheese, savory pepperoni, fresh veggies, and that perfect drizzle of sauce. Every bite is warm and exactly what your cold, hungry self ordered. Western pizza. Dine in or take out today, before your stomach starts making demands.
And get it hot, get it fast, Western Pizza.
The Sportscage Clutch Performer for Nick's Service in Emerald Park. Your local Massey Ferguson Challenger, Rogator, Gleaner, and Fendt dealer. Call 781-1077.
All right, Clutch Performer, we're going to the Viking Cup where the SJHL beat Sate in overtime. 3-2. It was Reed Arbery powering down the left wing, beat Sate goaltender, high short side for the victory. Those two teams will go at it again tomorrow in the gold medal game of the Viking Cup. Congrats to Drew Crozier and his team so far getting in this far.
Nice work. How about the McFadden kid from Moose Jaw? Two goals and an assist against the Pats the other day on the New Year's Eve game. Big game for him. Tough loss for the Pats, but they're in the mix. They're a better team than they look. And so, yeah, McFadden kid, big game for Moose Jaw.
We're going to have some tickets to give away to that Pats game tomorrow night against the Prince Albert Raiders. Coming up here in moments, it is Clutch Performer, brought to you by Nick's Service in Emerald Park, your local Massey Ferguson, Challenger, Rogator, Gleaner, and Fendt dealer. Call 781-1077.
It's time to get the inside story. TSN's Farhan Lalji on Sportscage is brought to you by the Cooperators. Time to get financially fit? Cooperators can build a plan that works for you. Cooperators, investing in your future together.
Farhan Lalji, there he is. Oh, are you back at home already?
Barely. I'm just I literally came home for 15, 20 minutes so I could talk to you, and then I'm back out because I got to take my daughter to her basketball tournament tonight and tomorrow. So and she's it's about 3.5 hours away. So we got to get on the road soon, buddy. But I had to come back just for this.
Where are you going? Where is it? Kitimat?
No, we're going to Centralia, Washington. She's got a tournament there, and then next couple of days, then I got to get out to Phoenix for the Fiesta Bowl. We've got Fiesta Bowl, Peach Bowl. Lots of bowls, lots of fruit. Good stuff.
Lots of bowls, lots of fruit.
I'm curious. Obviously, we knew it was going to happen, or at least we think most of us thought it was. But the Riders finally getting it done. On Christmas Eve, they announce it with Sam Emelis. I thought that was interesting to do it on Christmas Eve. But, hey, that's what they wanted to do. What did you think of that deal and the reported numbers?
Christmas presents for the Riders and Riders fans, because to be truthful, look, when I saw what Keon Hatcher got, I thought that Sam would get similar. And ultimately he did, right? There are some incentives in Keon's deal. So I think those numbers are pretty similar, really, when you when you break down the minutia in the contracts. But it's clear that Sam left a little bit on the table. He could have pushed for the final dollar, and he didn't, because I think he wants to have an opportunity for these guys to run it back and have the best team possible. And he knows there's other receivers this team's still got to get signed, and we'll see if they can get that done. I didn't think they could get all of the big four done, but they're chipping away at it for sure, and Sam left a bit on the table. So I just think as long as he can stay healthy, this guy is still an ascending player. Like, you look at him and you think of how good he is. I still think there's another level for him to get to, and Trevor Harris is the guy to get him there.
Is the marketing money the easiest way for teams to circumvent the salary cap?
Yeah, I suppose so. But look, at the end of the day, you need to. The league is requiring the teams that they justify that, right? That it's not simply here's the money, and that's challenging in every market, because how do you gauge it? So if you are certainly, like, I've always believed that Nathan Rourke is the one player in the league, and the only one player in the league, who kind of transcends his market, right? That his name is relevant across the league. I don't think anybody else can offer that. But what is, if you're Chad Kelly, and you're not marketable, but you are part of MLSC, and you're in a market where if you all of a sudden get put on a Jumbotron at a Raptor game, there's a financial value to that. If you do the same thing at a Leaf game, there's a financial value to that. And if you're in Saskatchewan, your name matters more in that market. And even if it doesn't matter in Vancouver, it matters a lot more in Saskatchewan than somebody else's name would matter in Calgary or Edmonton. So they've got to find a way to put meaningful, credible numbers to all of that, so that these aren't just random things that teams can say we're making work, but really they're working around it. So I think the league is trying to get closer to that. But, and I don't know exactly how much of Sam's deal is marketing, but, he matters in Regina.
Big time. Yeah, big time. And
the housing one's the other thing.
Yeah, housing's something that can work
What's the slippery slope on housing?
Well, housing's always been there, right? And, it's a lot cheaper to live in Saskatchewan than it is to live in a place like Vancouver. So, yeah, I mean, that's something that everybody has kind of worked around. And, the signing bonuses and things like that don't necessarily apply to a person like Sam because he's Canadian, right? That would matter more to, let's say, a guy like Hatcher if they were living in the States. But he spends most of his time in Vancouver as well, right? Because his wife is from here. So, it means different things to different people. But housing has always been a bit of a workaround.
In a conversation we had earlier today, we talked about what's going to be your biggest surprise that you would pick for the 2026 CFL season. What is the surprise you see happening for the CFL in 26? Player, team, anything?
Yeah, I got to be honest, I haven't given that a ton of thought.
Yeah, we didn't either. We pulled it out of our backside, so don't worry. It can be anything you want.
I'm so NCAA'd and NFL'd right now with where my travels are taking me that I haven't necessarily given that a ton of thought. But when you look at it all in terms of who are the teams that are going to improve, who are the teams that are going to step back, it's just so early, right? Because we haven't gotten to free agency yet, and I do not expect there to be big moves. I still think we're going to wind up with the majority of top players signing with their teams. And I think what allows that to happen is that the cap has gotten a little bigger. And it's not just the 25 to 26 number, it's the actual implementation of the 24 to 25 number, right? So, teams didn't necessarily dive into that additional $500,000 available to them that I think you're going to see them dive into now. So I just don't think you're going to see a ton of movement. But, I believe the team that's going to take the biggest step is the Ottawa Redblacks, and the reason for that is Ryan Dinwiddie going to Ottawa. Yep. So I think you're going to see a lot more out of Drew Brown, because Dinwiddie's going to be able to get the most out of him. And, so this has been a team that's been on the verge. Every year we go into it and we think they've won free agency, or we think that they've kind of made the biggest improvements. I just think the addition of Ryan Dinwiddie is going to see Ottawa take the biggest jump of any team in 2026.
Nice.
Okay, let's move to the NCAA in a bit here. But first off, NFL, some big games this weekend. When you look at the landscape, where things are landing, maybe first off, AFC, I don't like that the Patriots are probably going to end up playing a powerhouse of some sort in the first round. It scares me, for sure. Well, because Houston is so...
I know you're a Patriots guy.
That's right.
Houston in the elements, though, I don't know. But AFC first. Where are you thinking? Who are you riding with as it stands going into the last weekend?
Well, first of all, like we're all focused on the one game, right? When we look at that battle between Pittsburgh and Baltimore to see who can come out of that, and I think it's going to be the Ravens. I think we're going to get the best version of Lamar Jackson in this game. I think they're a team that's trending in the right direction. When you look at what Derrick Henry did in their last game, and even without Lamar, they found a way. So I think they're going to win that game. I think there's going to be a lot of disappointed Steelers fans. I just think that division the conference is so wide open. It's difficult for me. Whereas for me, I think in the NFC, you can still narrow it down to the NFC West. So if Seattle wins that game against San Francisco, I think they've got the best chance possible to get out of the conference and to make it to the Super Bowl. I just think that's where all the strength lies. Whether it's the Rams, who didn't look good in the last game, whether it's the 49ers, if they wind up winning this. But, you look at Denver, and you've still got holes in what's Bo Nix going to give us? We know how good he is in the fourth quarter, but is he going to be that guy all the way through? I'm still not a firm, full believer in the Patriots yet. Like, I like what Drake May's done. You could make the case that he's going to be your MVP, given how Stafford played in the last game, that maybe that was enough to get Stafford or to get May over the finish line. I think that's a wide open race, but I look at the AFC and I just think it's so wide open right now. I just can't.
Could this be the last game if they lose? Is this the last game we see Aaron Rodgers on an NFL field?
I don't think so.
I think it should be, right? Because if they get into the playoffs, if they win this game and get into the playoffs, he can say this was a win, right? He can turn the narrative on what it's looked like for him the last couple of years between injury and performance, and it just hasn't been good enough. If he can get them into the playoffs with a win in a signature game in the final week of the regular season, regardless of what happens in the playoffs, I think he should ride off into the sunset, take a television job, and move this thing forward. But, if they don't, I think he'll probably try to run it back again, don't you?
Yeah. Or I think he's the kind of guy that retires and then he gets the call a couple months in, 3 months in. It's like, or maybe like something crazy happens where Kansas City uses him for a couple of months. I don't know.
They could.
I just think it should be the end for him. Not that I'm a big A-Rod supporter. Okay, and then we got to go with NCAA, and we'll finish on this. Yeah. I took Miami. I thought
I didn't.
I bet Miami, and then being confident, I took Alabama, and that was awful. But with the 4 teams that are left, what do you see there? Love the Ole Miss story.
I love the Ole Miss story and the story today about the potential of him losing a few more coaches, because basically the entire offensive staff is planning to go to LSU with Lane Kiffin. So, and then there was some debate about what was going to happen this week, because potentially all of them could go now and not coach in the game, which would just be awful for those kids. But it sounds like the offensive coordinator's kind of pushed back a bit, Charlie Weiss Jr., and is going to stay. So we'll see what that story looks like by the end of the day. I think that's a fantastic story. I would love to see them ride that all the way through. Like Trinidad Chambliss, we've seen some ordinary football games, and certainly Fernando Mendoza played well in their game, against Bama in the Rose Bowl, and that's a fantastic story. But
that's a good story.
The Ole Miss story with Pete Golding, Trinidad Chambliss, like that game with Gunnar Stockton, that was a fantastic football game with 2 quarterbacks going back and forth. And when I look at Stockton, I see what people missed in Brock Purdy. I really do. Like, that guy can do what Brock Purdy did in the NFL, in my mind. But what Chambliss has been able to do, 2 years in Division II, not being the starter this year, took it over, finished in the top 10 in Heisman. Like, I love this kid's story. I hope he can ride it all the way through, because truly, while I look at Miami's defense and that defensive line led by the Canadian Akeem Mesidor, I think they're fantastic, and they lived up to it against their best opponent all season. I will take Chambliss over Beck any day in the quarterback battle. This guy is legit, and he can knock off Miami. And I want to see them play Indiana in the national championship game.
Wouldn't that be something?
So you're going to Glendale, and then where's the other one?
Where the Peach Bowl is in Atlanta. So I'll be in Glendale for the next few days. I think I leave Tuesday, and I'm there. And then as soon as the game's over, early the next morning, we'll fly in for the Peach Bowl to get to that game. So we'll get to both of them. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
No red eye. Early morning flight. Early morning flight after the fiesta.
All right. Well, I don't even. So we'll have to coordinate when we can talk to you next week. Yeah, but those are two very intriguing football games. As always.
Let's just do it on the field, buddy. We'll do it on the field in Glendale, and we'll make that happen. And I think I'm going right from there to one of the wild card games.
Jeez.
So we don't know. I don't know which one yet because they haven't been set yet. But so it'll bounce from one to the other. So that'll be a good time.
You're that guy that actually uses that laundry bag in the hotel rooms, where it's like you leave it and then they go and wash your clothes and they bring them back all nice and folded.
Well, as long as I'm in the same hotel the next day, because you know what I am. I'm that guy that has to take a picture of his hotel room number. When I show up and check in at a hotel, I got to take a picture so I know what room I'm in, because 24 hours later it could change.
I just did that last week in Vegas because it's Vegas. But all right, travel safe, and we'll regroup next week.
Take care, Farhan.
All right, see you, buddy.
There he is, our football insider from TSN, Farhan Lalji, joining us. He's brought to you by the Cooperators. They can build a plan that works for you, and it's time to get financially fit. Cooperators, invest in your future together. Quick break. We'll come back. Clutch Performer and the ticker. It is a Sports Cage on 620 CKRM.
Back to our regular spot, Pump Jacks Cathedral.
You know, I thought Pump Jacks was a kind of boot polish till last month.
What are you getting?
Kerwin's crispy ribs and a cold pint of local craft. Crispy, meaty, beautiful.
You had me at meaty.
Plus, we got live music on the weekends, big screens. This place is basically my second marriage.
And way cheaper than the first.
On the corner of Albert and 13th, Pump Jack's Cathedral Saloon and Steakhouse. Come early, stay late. The place where friends meet.
Looking for the best gear at the best price? Extreme Hockey and Sport just raised the bar. Now, with a price match guarantee, find the same product anywhere else, show the price, and they'll match it. The gear you need, the service you trust, and the price you want. Why settle for anything less? Get the local loyalty and the price match guarantee only at Extreme Hockey. Any budget, expert fit. Your local sit and fit hockey shop. Extreme Hockey and Sport, 1425 McIntyre Street, Regina's Hockey Shop.
What's going on in the markets? When is the right time to invest? What should you do with your money today? When Lindsay had questions, she talked to Brian Golly.
Living in very rural Saskatchewan, Brian makes it really easy to stay connected virtually, which is perfect for our busy young family.
Don't guess with your money this RRSP season.
I've actually recommended him to a few people just because he's trustworthy and he's very easy to work with.
Call Brian Golly at Smart Investing Solutions, 546-2533.
If you've got a Steelcraft garage door, you've got a door with parts manufactured and assembled right here in Canada. A door with better insulation and seal, plus a warranty you're probably never going to use. And if you don't have a Steelcraft garage door, you should get one. Don't just hang a door, install a Steelcraft. Turn curb appeal into curb envy.
Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door. We offer more.
Steel-craft.ca. The name you know and trust has moved closer to you. Mainline Motors is now only 30 minutes away. The amazing deals and award-winning service is now at your doorstep. Mainline Motors, a proud Saskatchewan name for generations, is here to serve your every need with a huge selection of new and pre-owned with prices that won't be beat. Do your wallet a favor and call Southie Mainline today, 306-726-2060, or check us out online, southie-mainline.ca. Worth the drive every time, guaranteed.
More power, more output, more comfort. The Fendt Ideal Combine is ready to roll on your farm. The most innovative and modern combine on the market, the Fendt Ideal Combine has exceptional efficiency backed by the industry's best warranty. An unbelievably comfortable cab, the Fendt Ideal Combine is ahead of the game and the best in the game. The Fendt Ideal Combine is ready to roll on your farm. See for yourself at Nick's Service in Emerald Park. nicksservice.com.
Get it hot and get it fast. Western Pizza.
After shuttling the kids to hockey, dance, piano, and what was next? Sumo wrestling? The last thing you want to do is cook. Imagine this instead. Piping hot Western pizza loaded with cheese, melty toppings, and that perfect crispy crust ready to hit the table in minutes. No chopping, no stirring, no mess. Just a warm, delicious reward for surviving the day. Western Pizza. Dine in or take out today before your stomach demands its own carpool.
And get it hot and get it fast. Western Pizza.
It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Extreme Hockey and Sports, Regina's locally owned one-stop hockey shop. Now with a price match guarantee. 1425 McIntyre Street.
Some news out of Riderville today. They've signed American wide receiver COC Mariner, 6'2", 190. He was on the practice squad last year. He was here, played a little bit in the UFL in 2025 with the Michigan Panthers. Hockey, it was the SJHL 20s over SAIT in overtime. They are going to meet again tomorrow for the Viking Cup Championship. Western Hockey League tonight. The Pats are in Prince Albert, 7 p.m. Swift Currents in Lethbridge, Moose Jaw in Medicine Hat. World Juniors, Denmark will be relegated. They lost to Germany. It was Sweden over Latvia, Czechia, and Switzerland going right now. Update, anybody? No, we'll get you that in the next hour. USA, Finland starting at 5, and then Canada, Slovakia at 7:30. SJ, Melville's in Yorkton. Melford travels to Flin Flon. Long Lake Hockey League tonight. Foam Lake hosting Drake, 8:30 at the Rec Center. National Hockey League, one Canadian team, Vancouver plays host to Seattle. National Lacrosse League, it is the Rush at Halifax. Czechia up 3-2 right now. 7:33 left in the second. Sportscage.com poll today. Do you think Connor Bedard should have been named to Canada's men's Olympic hockey team? You can vote at sportscage.com. A lot of text to get to. More winning in hour 3 and Glen Suitor. We're coming back after the break.
Okay, ready?
Keep the text messages coming on the Prairie Land Rentals text line. Look how many people want to win Globetrotter tickets. Colson, have fun with that. Let's start the Pat tickets right now. Who wants to go to the Pats game tomorrow night? Puck drop, 6 p.m. Prince Albert's in town. The high-flying Raiders. 936-6262. Let us know, Pats. We'll be back after this.
Listen weekdays at noon for Saskatchewan Today on CKRM with your host, Ryan Young, offering the most extensive agricultural news coverage with precision weather meteorologists in an industry that moves fast. Stay updated with the latest, most reliable information in ag news, crisis and trends, all in one place. Available anytime at SaskAgToday.com. Saskatchewan Today, your trusted source for all things agriculture. Sponsored by Affinity Credit Union on 620 CKRM.
And the puck's dropped on your financial future. Are you skating toward retirement? Don't get caught offside when it comes to your work pension, farm succession, or changing family needs. Chad Reach, Senior Wealth Advisor, and the team at GP Financial Services and Aviso Wealth are your local independent advisors helping Saskatchewan families plan for retirement and beyond. 306-584-2755, gpfinancial.ca. Mutual funds and other securities are offered through Aviso Wealth, a division of Aviso Financial Inc. Out here in southern Saskatchewan, the sun shows up for work every day. Might as well make it earn its keep. That's where Keln Solar comes in. These folks travel all over the province helping people put solar on their homes, farms, and cabins. They're local guys, Sask-born, Sask-raised, and not going anywhere. Except, to your place. Now's the time to start planning for spring and summer 2026 bookings. Give Keln Solar a call and they'll come show you your best options. Keln Solar. They move the power so you don't have to. KelnSolar.com.
Since 1949, Nelson Homes has been providing you one-stop shopping for ready-to-move homes, panelized packages, and on-site builds. Nelson Homes' team of authorized dealers all over Saskatchewan would be happy to help you turn your dream home into a reality.
In the Saskatoon area, call Kurt at Canadian Timber Homes.
Or call 1-800-661-6534 for more information. Nelson Homes, trusted quality and service since 1949.
Hi, I'm Barbie. I'm terrified of bees. Ah! But I'm not afraid of fast internet from Glassers TV, your SaskTel authorized dealer. Get away! With SaskTel's super fast speeds, I can stream, shop, and video chat without anything buzzing around, except my phone. And thanks to reliable Wi-Fi, even my smart doorbell warns me if a bee comes near. Technology 1, bees 0. So if you want fast, reliable internet without the sting, get connected. Contact Glassers TV, your SaskTel authorized dealer in Mooseman today.
The name you know and trust has moved closer to you. Mainline Motors is now only 30 minutes away. The amazing deals and award-winning service is now at your doorstep. Mainline Motors, a proud Saskatchewan name for generations, is here to serve your every need with a huge selection of new and pre-owned with prices that won't be beat. Do your wallet a favor and call Southie Mainline today, 306-726-2060, or check us out online, southie-mainline.ca. Worth the drive every time. Guaranteed.
Get it hot, get it fast, Western Pizza.
The days are shorter, it's colder out, you're heading home, and your stomach is making that sound like it's sucking up to your spine. How about a delicious Western pizza? Imagine it, a golden, crispy crust holding a mountain of melty cheese, savory pepperoni, fresh veggies, and that perfect drizzle of sauce. Every bite is warm and exactly what your cold, hungry self ordered. Western Pizza. Dine in or take out today, before your stomach starts making demands.
And get it hot, get it fast, Western Pizza.
From the towers to the tractors, country's greatest hits. 620 CKRM, a Harvard media station.
It's 5 o'clock. Good evening. I'm Corey Atkinson from the SaskToday.ca newsroom with your 620 CKRM news for Echo Sound in Fort Qu'Appelle. Stay connected with a new cell phone from Echo Sound. Call 306-332-6711 and brought to you by the Capital Automotive Group. Capital's 100K giveaway is back. See capital100k.ca for more information. Sask Power has applied for rate hikes of 3.9% in 2026 and again in 2027 to fund power system upgrades. The Crown Corporation says reliability and energy security remain top priorities. The proposed increase would add about $5 a month to the average residential bill. Farm customers would see about $11 more. Sask Power notes similar increases were approved in 2022 and 2023 after several years without changes. SGI has submitted a request for auto insurance rate increases, marking its first general hike since 2014. The two-year plan proposes 3.75% increases in June 2026 and 2027. SGI says inflation and rising repair costs mean premiums no longer cover claims. If approved, most drivers would pay about $38 more each year. Motorcycles and urban taxis are excluded from the first year while talks continue. SGI says Saskatchewan would still have some of the lowest insurance rates in Canada. The Saskatchewan NDP is criticizing the Sask Party over the proposed increases. The party says many residents already struggle with debt and rising costs. NDP officials claim they warned the government about the impact but were ignored. The proposal will be reviewed publicly by the Saskatchewan Rate Review Panel before any final decision is made. Prime Minister Mark Carney will travel to Paris on Monday to advance ceasefire talks with Ukraine's allies. The coalition of the Willings meeting comes as the United States and other allies attempt to broker a ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine nearly 4 years into the bloody conflict. Carleton University professor Fen Osler-Hampson says Canada and the coalition can act as an important backstop for Ukraine at this critical juncture.
It's an important message to be sending to Donald Trump that NATO allies are prepared to provide the economic and security guarantees that are required to prevent the fall of Ukraine.
Carney pledged $2.5 billion in new support for Ukraine during a meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in Halifax last weekend. Premier Danielle Smith says Alberta has fixed election dates and is dismissing rumors she plans to call one early, as the upstart Progressive Tory party says it's scrambling to be ready for a possible spring vote. Smith says her government has a mandate until October 18, 2027, and adds the Electoral Boundaries Commission is also working to add seats to the legislature.
We have had hundreds of thousands of newcomers come into the province in the last number of years, and so we're in the middle of an Electoral Boundary Commission that is adding 2 seats. We want to make sure people have proper representation.
Smith says her United Conservative government is strong in the polls, so she says she doesn't understand why opponents are in a rush. And Regina could soon be home to Saskatchewan's first IHOP restaurant based on a recent job posting. The well-known breakfast chain plans to open alongside Applebee's on Victoria Avenue East. New social media accounts suggest preparations are underway. The post also hints at future expansion within Saskatchewan. No opening date has been shared. That is your 620 CKRM News. Read more stories from around your community and around the province at sasktoday.ca and 620ckrm.com.
Capital's 100K giveaway is back for 2026. The Capital Automotive Group is giving away $100,000 in cash and prizes with no strings attached. We're proud to be part of communities across Western Canada, and we know it's those communities that allow us to exist. So every once in a while, once a year to be exact, we're going to say thanks by giving away $100,000 in cash and prizes. To learn more and enter to win, check out capital100k.ca. Capital's 100K giveaway. Do not miss it.
This holiday season, in the red corner, weighing in at jolly and unstoppable, it's Santa Claus.
Santa's laying the smackdown on slow internet and bad cell coverage. Because at Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer, the deals are off the ropes. Get the latest cell phone, SaskTel MaxStream, and lightning fast internet that'll make your holidays legendary. So tag in the pros at Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer in Fort Qu'Appelle. EchoSound.ca.
Brought to you by Line X Regina, Serious Protection Killer Lux, 1865 McCarra Street.
A lot of cloudiness, and that's going to continue to be the rules. The next 5 days, really, some cloud cover, and most of the time, mostly cloudy. In the best cases, partly cloudy, but those, again, were the exception. The flurries end tonight. The cloudy sky remains down to around minus 18, and tomorrow, mostly cloudy sky, but dry through the day, the high at minus 12. Flurries come in for the overnight Saturday night into early Sunday. Temperatures slowly rise through the night, getting up to around minus 8 on Saturday night, and then into Sunday, minus 6. Flurries in the morning, mostly cloudy sky from there, and some flurries possible on Monday as well. Different round. They'll end, restart, and then end again. And those, just like Saturday and Sundays, amount to very little impact at all. But it's milder. We're above average for the end of the weekend and start of the week as well. Minus 6 on Monday, minus 8 on Tuesday with a partly sunny sky.
With your 620 CKRM weather forecast, I'm Precision Weather meteorologist Phil Spivak.
For 40 years, the team from Line X Regina has been protecting vehicles across Saskatchewan, and we're changing with the times. 3 generations of our family have protected your vehicles. Our business has evolved, and we're not stopping now. The next generation is here. Same family, same commitment, ready for the next generation of truck beds, rocker panels, trailers, bumpers, and running boards in all kinds of colors. Line X Regina, 1865 McCarra Street, the next generation of protective coatings.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sportscage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Brought to you by Nelson Homes, supplying home packages and RTMs for over 65 years. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sportscage, streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Welcome back. Thanks for making time. If you missed any of the show, you can go back and listen to it in podcast form. You can watch it on the YouTube channel on Fridays. It's for Nelson Holmes. And Sharky's with me on Friday. He's for Flooring Superstore. If you really want to laugh, we had Zeus from the Globetrotters in hour 1. That was funny.
That was good.
And then Eric Francis. If you've ever heard an Eric Francis segment,
go back and listen to it. Yeah,
it is what it could be. We start 2026 with a bang.
Yeah, it's a good start.
We also had Farhan, Lalji joining us, and Arash, Madani. Go back and listen to it. In this hour, Glen Suitor is going to be with us in a bit. We're going to have Sprinkle of the Day. We're going to have our senior hockey report. And then we're going to talk Olympics as well. I know a lot of you have been texting in. Sorry for my negligence on getting to some of your text messages, but there's a lot of people that want Harlem Globetrotter tickets. Harlem Globetrotter tickets are gone. Colson found a winner. But now we're giving away 2 tickets to the Pats game tomorrow night at 936-6262. Let us know if you want those. Just put Pats as well. Roscoe was listening earlier. Says, it looks like I made it to Magic Cuts. So earlier this week, I had to wear a hat because my hair, and he's watching on YouTube, obviously. Yeah. I didn't make it to Magic Cuts, Roscoe. Remember when Magic Cuts was just $6? That was the commercial.
That was the commercial,
jingle.
yeah.
Magic Cuts, just $6. Those days are long gone. I don't have a haircut till next Wednesday. It's a thicket back there. My head is really thick.
I can cut your hair. Yeah. I've got one style, but I can cut your hair.
I don't want you touching my lid. Although that would be funny. It goes back so fast. It doesn't really matter. We had on the Prairie Land Rentals text line, 936-6262. Unreal first 6 goals on New Year's Canada's game. Real Damon. Looking forward to tonight's. MLS signing. James, little bit of a long one here, James. They're hard to read when they're really long. He thinks he was going to be around $500K for 2 years. He thinks number 89 is probably not going to come back, though, although he would say he'll have KSB. He'll bill at KSB for free, says James. He's renewing his season tickets next week. Lots of Globetrotters here getting through that. There's YouTube chat and regular text chat. Bennett, Bedard, Scheifele, I hope those three and Jarvis tell Team Canada to shove it if they're asked to come in to fill in for an injury from Trevor. That's not going to happen.
No, and Jarvis he's out in a bad way. He's hurt right now.
You got a chance to go to the Olympics. You are not telling anybody to shove it.
Yeah, you're going to show up and play.
Kevin said, my question mark, Stone on, Bennett off. I think Stone has been washed for a while now. He'll fit a role.
He will.
He is really underrated at checking
and skating,
stealing the puck. Yeah. His skating isn't great. That's another guy where it's like everyone's like, you got to be able to skate. You got to be able to skate. It's like, Mark Stone skate. Did you ever watch Ryan Getzlaff really twirl at a younger age? These guys didn't have long Connor McDavid strides, but Stone is so savvy. But yes, Kevin,
he's good with the puck, and he will provide some power play without a doubt. He can help on the power play.
Shout out to everybody in Ituna that wants the Globetrotter tickets as well. I was talking to Nick Kazmar earlier. He's going out to Ituna to the big Q-Par Ituna clash next weekend.
Oh, really?
Senior game, new barn out there. I was like, Nick, if I'm not doing anything, I might want to come out there. Yeah, senior hockey reports coming up in a bit. Like I said, sprinkle of the day, and we'll get to more of your text messages. But let's get to go with Glen Suitor.
Time now for press coverage with CFL and Saskatchewan Roughrider legend Glen Suitor on the Sportscage. Brought to you by Bronco Plumbing and Heating, where professional service is guaranteed. They'll treat you right. 781-2090.
I don't know if you've been listening today, Glenn, but things have gone off the rails, so let's just continue
with the madness.
With the madness. Let's ask you this, because we've asked a few.
Wait, I want to get to something first.
Okay.
So my highlight of the year, I don't know if you saw it. My highlight interview of the year was when we interviewed you and you showed that picture of your lawn. And and it was disgusting, Glenn. It was terrible. That's some awful grass you got growing out in the front yard.
Yeah, you know what I've done, honestly, Sharky? I've waved the white flag on my grass. Honestly, this has been a 5-year project, and I've replanted it 5 straight years because of these Schaefer beetles that get in there. And what happens is these beetles get in there, and they don't necessarily, that's not what necessarily ruins the grass. What happens is the crows come in to eat the beetles, or the little worms that they are, and that rips up the lawn. So I've been fighting this, replanting, doing the proper stuff to make sure they don't come back. They come back. All of North Van is looking like this, and not an excuse, but you remember back in Breaking Bad when all of the yards in that series were filled with rocks.
Yeah.
That's honestly where I'm going. I've waved the white flag on grass. I'm going with rocks somehow in what is a pretty big front yard. I'd like to put a garage in there if I had a little more, if I was making Tony Romo money, I might be putting a garage in there.
It's called xeriscaping.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm a big fan of it.
When we had our place in Arizona, they HOA. So if you got weeds that pop up and stuff, you get fined.
Yeah.
You get warned,
really?
and then a fine.
It's bad
if you don't take care of it. And some of them are more strict than the other. The second thing, Glenn, I think there's the lawn right there. If you're watching the stream, because the Bears are in the background, I say, Glenn, you screw it. You kind of covered there. You got nice cover. You got a nice shelter belt with trees there. I think screw it and just start parking vehicles on there NOD style.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Like throw a fridge out there if I don't need it anymore and just let that...
Well,
maybe a couch.
I don't know. Any old vehicles, you can rent it out. A trailer, RV storage.
Yeah.
Park a couple of small RVs in there.
The neighbors will love it. You'll be a big fan.
Yeah.
This is a project for 2 months from now, so it's in the back burner. It's right now, to me, all I'm thinking about right now, guys, tonight is it's no upset night for the World Juniors. We don't want to see any upsets tonight.
Okay, so who do you got, Finland, U.S.? Because that one's too close to call for me.
Yeah, that's a close one to call. I'll take Finland on that game.
That's where I was going to go too. If I had to put money down, put it on the Finns.
Well, fellas,
Finland. You can't have an upset in the other one.
No.
Let's see what kind of action here.
What do we got on Finland, U.S. for action?
Sportselect.com, where you can just scan the QR code and go, okay, Slovakia, Canada. It started already. It's off the board. Can't play it on Sportselect. Slept.
Here's the thing that I get excited about, guys, is when I watch the World Junior Tournament, which by the way for our network is like huge. A pillar.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, monster. And Paul Graham, and Paul Graham, who is just retired as one of our executive producer, who was in charge of the CFL and really was a big part of the development of World Junior in that tournament. And there's a couple of things that get me real fired up about it. One is the maple leaf. You obviously you put on a jersey with the maple leaf on it, different, complete ball game. Like the entire country can unite around it. It's cool. It's patriotic, and we're playing other countries. That's what gets me excited about flag football in the future. With what should be a very good flag football team to have our sport in some form or another be on the national stage for the first time ever, really. I mean, we've played international games in the junior level and different things, but this is a whole new ball game, and it just gets me excited to watch it. The other thing is when I'm watching our coverage of it, when you can have Connor McDavid and Sidney Crosby in a promo scoring a goal in the World Juniors, and then you think about what they've done in their careers, you just it adds this level of, this is really cool. We're watching the next Sidney Crosby, possibly. I mean, he's a one of a kind, but you know what I'm saying. You're watching the next group of the great stars of the NHL in this World Junior, and not just on Team Canada.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? I don't know if we talked about this on Tuesday. The thing that really annoys me, really, and Coulson was like, all right, your blood's getting up there, big guy. We don't want you having the big one in the studio on Tuesday. But it's just how we cannot help ourselves as Canadian that we start bitching about the attendance in these other markets that host the World Junior. Who cares? Yes, we can sell it out. It's a big deal here. You know the other sport or the other teams where that is scrutinized so much, Glenn?
I do.
The
yes,
CFL.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. And I honestly, let's just try to make a New Year's resolution a couple of days past here that we just aren't going to obsess over this anymore. First of all, it's trending in the right direction. Second of all, who cares how many people go to a game in Minnesota? Who cares? Who cares if they play it over in Sweden and they don't have a big attendance, or it's up and down depending on who's playing? Who cares? And I've heard you guys talk about it because I was listening in even when I wasn't on, and you were talking, I can't remember who it was with, but it was about sometimes in Canada, the Canadian games are the ones that sell out, of course, but some of the other ones don't. So it's not like that every game the whole time, but there seems to be some sort of just obsession with always bringing up CFL attendance, CFL in-stadium attendance. Now I know it's more important to our league than others to have fans in the stands. I get that. But there seems to be this obsession where we're updating it like it's a political poll that we've got to every single week. Oh, there was 1,000 less fans at the Rider game last week than there was the week before, and we're actually talking about at times in the media differences in a few hundred at times, and that's, we don't even know how many tickets were sold. It's just this obsession weekly on CFL attendance. I spent a lot of time in Nashville when my son was there, and I went to a ton of Titan games. And at that time, now this is some time ago, but at that time, they were giving away tickets, and that stadium was rarely half full. Half full. Now, the tailgate seemed to be full every game, but the stadium wasn't. And, I never heard one time on the radio about attendance with Titan games. Chicago right now is the same. I did a quick Google search. There's a bunch of NHL teams that don't sell out. There's a bunch of NFL teams that don't sell out. Nobody talks about that. And I'm not suggesting that the business model is not what it is. I mean, the NFL and the NHL are doing just fine as leagues from the business point of view. Certainly the NFL. It's one of the biggest, if not the biggest in the world. So I'm not suggesting that. But there is an obsession with this in World Juniors. There's an obsession with the Canadian Football League. And when we get to the other sports, including Major League Baseball, somehow it's just not brought up. I'm not sure why that is.
The tailgating thing.
Yes. Interesting.
And a lot of people out there will know this that have gone to tailgate at NFL markets. A lot of times they tailgate, they don't go to the game.
No.
They just continue to watch on their TVs with their grill going and their hibachi and whatever else they're rolling in.
Right beside the stadium.
And they just sit and watch. And then after the game, the buddies come by and they tailgate some more. And then that's the event. Because it's just so comfortable to watch things on TV now.
It was interesting you talked about the NFL, so I went and quickly had a look. The average this season, average attendance this season, the lowest is Chicago. They're in first place in their division, and they have the lowest average attendance at 58,000. And what does that stadium seat, like 70?
It's big.
Yeah,
It's big, right?
Most of them are up there, yeah. And, when you look at that and then you think of Ottawa Senators, and there's a couple of teams even in Canada in the NHL that are selling out.
Struggling.
Yeah,
Toronto certainly does, but Winnipeg's struggling. Calgary's below capacity. Vancouver is below capacity.
Stupid
and
Beatles, that's why. I reckon everyone's lawn.
Yeah, the Schaefer Beetle. But no, and again, if Vancouver took a run in the playoffs or any one of the Canadian teams did, like Edmonton has. Edmonton for quite some time hasn't been completely at capacity every game either. And look at that team. I mean, with the best player in the world on it. So, I'm not criticizing. I'm not going to bring that stuff up on a regular basis. It's just to bring some perspective to the discussion on this obsession over attendance in Canadian football. And I don't know why.
Yeah, it is. It's like we always want to point out the cold sore. It's like
that's right. The mole guy.
So not everybody, the mole guy. Exactly. You know that Jared's getting married? His son?
No. Congratulations.
In August, I'm in talks to be the DJ.
Yeah.
Why are you going to? Your son's not having a DJ. There's a band there.
Yeah, no, he wants to. They want to have it slightly smaller. Not the details aren't out yet. I haven't got that information, but I tell you one thing: I'm going to bring a guitar just for fun. After the DJ, after Barney just spins those records and those, the songs and mixes them and gets it going. Then later in the night, as things get a little more loosey goosey, we'll bring the guitar out.
Great, let's do it. I made the fatal mistake, not fatal, but I made the mistake of asking to DJ at this New Year's Eve party that we were at. And I'm like, can I just get into the Bluetooth here? And I had a couple buddies go, yeah, let him go. And then you never want to do that.
Because you dropped the crowd right off, didn't you?
No, because then
you ruined the whole party.
It's hard to please everybody. So then owner of the house comes by, he's Metallica 1. I'm like, well, that's one of my favorite. That could be my favorite Metallica song. I'm playing it. So me and a couple of the other dads are rocking out. Well, what are the 5 or 6 ladies? They're like, change this right now.
Yeah.
So then they want something on. Well, then you can't play. And then I think the only song that everyone settled on was like a nice 2-step from Chris Cummings. And there's Red Aikens, That Ain't My Truck. Other than that, it was they wanted hip hop, and then these guys wanted rock. I went with some Matchbox 20 though.
It's not your job. Why were you doing that?
Well, and Barney, and think about a wedding too, and the difference in ages. When you have you have older family members like mom and dad there and grandparents, and then the kids and the friends are coming over, and country music versus everything else.
But I would be so buckled at that wedding, it wouldn't matter.
Is there an open bar? Let's clear that out. Is it an open bar?
Sharky, for you and Barney, and it is always open.
Right.
To pack right now.
We will come and rototill that front yard for you. We'll put in some work if you're paying for a drink. Hey, what's up with the CFL winter meetings?
Yeah, they're coming up. That's the next big thing, and it's going to be an important one. And here's why I'm intrigued by it more than probably the last 10 years of these winter meetings is the fact that the elephant in the room is an update on the TV negotiation and the TV contract. I'm going to, over the next week or two, try to find out more information from my end of it, from the TV end of it. Certainly Stuart Johnson understands the numbers better than anyone would in that position in the last 30, 40 years. He's now the commissioner who was negotiating the TV contract for the last 3 times. So he's going to know the numbers. I hope, or there's got to be an update at least on that elephant. The other one, though, that's important, I think, is the rules committee going to be there? And if not, do they have their own separate meeting with the board and with general managers, presidents, on the final 3 minutes of the half in the game and that rule change, the change in the timing and how that'll affect the final 3 minutes has got to, in my mind, be brought up in these meetings and ironed out so that you can, be sure as a coach, player, that you're dealing with the same three. I don't know if I've brought this up before on the show, but Mark Trestman, who won a couple of championships in Montreal and, big time coach in the National Football League as well, he said it took him 2.5 years to figure out how to manage the final 3 minutes of a CFL game. He said that's how different it is and how unique it is. And then he talked about it as if it was the second coming in sports. It was like, this is the best part of this game. And he loved it, absolutely loved it. But it took him 2.5 years, a great coach with a, huge, like way up there IQ, football IQ. And he took 2 years. So it's a very important aspect that has to be hashed out if there's going to be any tweaking or changing to it. That has got to come out of these winter meetings so they can get their head around it.
If I understand the timeout rule, in the last 3 minutes, if you have 2, you automatically lose 1. You're down to 1 timeout. Is that correct?
Yeah, you have 1, and it's tied to your challenge as well. Now, in the final 3 minutes, the
clock stops.
The command center. Yeah, the command center. The command center will do the challenge. They do the challenge. Yes, but you can't burn your challenges before the final 3 minutes, or you don't have it in. You lose it.
Yeah.
You lose your timeout.
So will they let them keep the 2 timeouts through the last 3 minutes? Because it's going to create a different opportunity for the coaches to manage those timeouts and those challenges accordingly, is it not?
Well, if they're going to change the timing in any way, then timeouts are going to have to be added to it, because the ability to stop the clock is the key to the final 3 minutes. So every play it's stopped, every out of bounds it's stopped, obviously. Then there's the timeouts for the coaches that can stop it if they want to. But it's crucial that if they're going to go with a running time, and we could see a team that has a 4-point lead kneel down 3 times and know that they can kill 35 seconds or whatever it is.
Essentially a minute 45, yeah.
Yes, it's going to completely change the final 3 minutes. So does that mean we add timeouts? I'm not sure they want to do that, because that stops the game. Right now, it's stopped. The clock stops, but you still have to get your butt going. You have to get your offense out there. You have to get the play ready. You can't call a timeout, stop everything.
You can't strategize.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the worst parts of the of the NBA. These timeouts in the final parts of these games, just like I can't do it. I can't do it. Like you've got a great, exciting game down to the wire, and you have coaches that stop it 3 times each. Like, come on. Like so, the timeout aspect is going to be tied to this. That's got to be a major discussion in this. And I'm not sure. I'm going to find out. I'll find out by Tuesday exactly who's invited to this year's meetings. One thing that's very intriguing is a commissioner that in his opening statement said that when he was applying for the job or talking to the board about the job, he said, if you want the same, you got the wrong guy. When I hear that and then see these rule changes, I'm sort of all ears and eyes and listening. Like, what is he going to bring up in mid-January in the winter meetings to not be same old? What's he going to bring up there? There's got to be something come out of these meetings that nobody has been talking about.
Well, he hasn't called me, just so you're aware. He hasn't called me and let me know what's going on. So, yeah, it's all on you, Glenn.
I'm actually really looking up more on the Schaefer beetle. And what kills the Schaefer beetle for you?
Did you see the worm? You see the worm version of it, Barney? When you look it up there, the little white worm. Yeah, okay, that's the little that's the devil in the whole thing. See, that little guy, and then there's crows all over the lawn.
The European Schaefer looks more like a bed bug.
Yeah, looks more like a beetle.
That thing looks like that can do some damage.
Yeah, that looks bad.
You don't want that thing around. All right, what do you got? Big plans this weekend?
I didn't think about this though. This is really a good idea. Like I'm World Juniors until it's over, man. I'm locked into this. But if you're coming to the wedding from out of town, you got a place to stay as long as you bring your rototiller. This is a good idea, Barney.
Wow. You're gonna need a couple of wheelbarrows, for sure.
A dumpster,
spade,
dumpster. We got to get rid of that garbage.
Yeah. Prairie Land Rentals.
Yeah, call Prairie Land Rentals to help you out. Yeah, they can make it all happen.
Tough to get on the plane. I don't want to drive.
Yeah, we're not driving. No. Well, what's the budget? Do we have a budget? Maybe we can do the show on the road.
Ooh.
Is this your first day here?
That would be.
Sharky's drinking again.
There's no budget. That's what he's telling me. There's no budget.
Yeah, let's go. Canada tonight, and then they continue it on. We'll chat next week.
Okay, guys. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Suits.
Press coverage with Glen Suitor. Always a good time. Yeah.
We got to go clean up some beetles.
Oh, that would be annoying. Because no fault on him.
No.
There's something else, though, around here that gets into your lawn. Not voles.
It's like a ringworm. It's a worm.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's...
You can drown it out, though.
Ringworms?
Yeah. Yeah, literally.
You live in that side of the city, too, where everything's flooded. Basement.
Where's the high water mark?
Yeah. No, like I just...
That's a bad-looking lawn, Suits.
No, but it's not his fault.
No.
I bet you his neighbors all... Do you know me living there and being the guy that has the nice lawn? And you just drive by every day.
And you're thinking, what is he doing?
Give him the finger.
What is he doing?
Yeah. How does he have... the zero scape thing, I don't know, though. It's in theory, it's a good look. But
maybe we could add a pond with a little waterfall.
So the bear will hang out in there when it's hot.
That's right. Then the bear's going to come there every day.
Mission. Now we're on to something. Okay, we got senior hockey report coming up. We got sprinkle of the day and more coming. 936-6262 if you got a solution for Glen's lawn. And if you want to win Pat's tickets, it's a Sportscage.
Listen weekdays at noon for Saskatchewan Today on CKRM with your host, Ryan Young, offering the most extensive agricultural news coverage with precision weather meteorologists in an industry that moves fast. Stay updated with the latest, most reliable information in ag news, crisis and trends, all in one place. Available anytime at saskagtoday.com. Saskag Today, your trusted source for all things agriculture. Sponsored by Affinity Credit Union on 620 CKRM.
When it comes to your financial future, do you know where you're headed or what happens when you retire? That's where Chad Reach, Senior Wealth Advisor, and the team at GP Financial Services and Oviso Wealth come in. They offer independent, local advice, smart client-focused planning for every stage of life. Visit gpfinancial.ca. Your family, your plan. With Chad Reach, 306-584-2755.
Mutual funds and other securities are offered through Oviso Wealth, a division of Oviso Financial Inc.
Back to our regular spot, Pump Jacks Cathedral.
You know, I thought Pump Jacks was a kind of boot polish till last month.
What are you getting?
Kerwin's crispy ribs and a cold pint of local craft. Crispy, meaty, beautiful.
You had me a meaty.
Plus, we got live music on the weekends, big screens. This place is basically my second marriage.
And way cheaper than the first.
On the corner of Albert and 13th, Pump Jack's Cathedral Saloon and Steakhouse. Come early, stay late. The place where friends meet.
The name you know and trust has moved closer to you. Mainline Motors is now only 30 minutes away. The amazing deals and award-winning service is now at your doorstep. Mainline Motors, a proud Saskatchewan name for generations, is here to serve your every need with a huge selection of new and pre-owned with prices that won't be beat. Do your wallet a favor and call Southie Mainline today, 306-726-2060, or check us out online, southie-mainline.ca. Worth the drive every time, guaranteed.
Sask Lotteries has over 50 years of winning behind us. And you know what that means? Lots of winning numbers. Numbers like over 1,200 organizations funded and 12,000 plus groups supported. $6 million given away annually in community grants. And the winningest number of all? $1.4 billion given back to the people of Saskatchewan through sport, culture, and recreation. And we're just getting started. Learn more at sasklotteries.ca.
Since 1949, Nelson Homes has been providing you one-stop shopping for ready-to-move homes, panelized packages, and on-site builds. Nelson Homes' team of authorized dealers all over Saskatchewan would be happy to help you turn your dream home into a reality. In the Saskatoon area, call Kurt at Canadian Timber Homes or call 1-800-661-6534 for more information. Nelson Homes, trusted quality and service since 1949.
It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Steelcraft Doors Regina, made in Western Canada for Western Canadians.
Riders bringing back a familiar face. Wide receiver COC Mariner is going to be back with the squad. He was on the practice team last year. Western Hockey League tonight. Pats are in Prince Albert to take on the Raiders. Other Saskatchewan teams, Swifts and Lethbridge, Moose Jaws and Mad Hat. World Juniors. Relegation time, Denmark is out. Germany dumped them. It was Sweden over Latvia. The Czechs are up 4-2 on Switzerland right now. USA and Finland. That one started at 5. Do we have an update there, Sharky?
No,
on that
I don't have it yet.
Canada
Sorry.
plays Slovakia tonight. SJ in Yorkton. Melville's in town. Melfort's making the trip up the Hanson Lake Road to take on Flin Flon Long Lake Hockey League. Foam Lake and Drake Foam Lake hosts Drake 8:30. In the Long Lake. National Lacrosse League, Rush in Halifax. One Canadian team in the NHL, Vancouver, is home to Seattle. Sportscage.com poll today. Do you think that Connor Bedard should have been named to Canada's men's Olympic team? Vote at sportscage.com. That is for Steelcraft Doors in Regina. Made in Western Canada for Western Canada. If you need a garage door, visit Regina Steelcraft Doors. 40,000 square feet of garage door goodness. Sprinkle of the day?
Sure.
Okay. We'll go to the Canada game first.
Okay.
Now, we talked about this earlier. If you go to sportselect.com and you see the little S beside it, if you're watching the stream, you see that there.
Yep.
But if not, I'm painting the picture. If you're in Radio Land, you can figure it out. You can play this game as a standalone. Now, Canada's a 3.5 goal favorite. So if you're not familiar, what they're saying there is, do you think Canada is going to win by 4 goals?
Yes.
If you do, then you take Canada on the point spread.
That's right.
Which pays 185. So
if not, you take
Slovakia to cover the 3.5, which I lean to here because it's a big game.
Yep.
Goalie could be hot. Goalie could not be hot.
Yep.
And it's just these teams play us so tight and so tough now. So paying 170, which is paying less than Canada covering. So if you put down 5, you win $850. Little sprinkle, keep you interested tonight. And now you can just generate the code online. Have you done that yet? Have you generated the code yet?
No, I go right to the booth. Yeah, sorry.
You go fill out the.
I
like filling out the.
I like fill out the slip. Yeah,
with the coffee, the Sherwood Co-op, and Sunday mornings. Love it. But that you can just do it online, and then they take the QR code right from your phone, or if you want to print it off, they scan it, and you have your ticket right there.
You're in.
Sportselect.com. Every bet, 100% legal. Must be 18 plus to play. I don't want to touch the over/under.
No.
7.
No, not going near that.
If I had to,
under.
I'm going to go over.
Like I said, I picture a 3-1, 4-2 game, so yeah.
Isn't the Winter Classic tonight?
I believe so, yeah. January 2nd. Yep.
In Miami.
In Miami.
I love that they did it there.
Everybody's all upset that they should have done it somewhere north or whatever. It's an NHL city. It's an NHL team. They get a chance for it. I think it's fantastic. It's in Miami. They should move it around regularly. Yeah, Miami's maybe a little different place than normal to have an outdoor hockey game.
I love that fact.
I love it, yeah.
Like, didn't they do one in Annapolis, the Navy base outside of kind of by D.C.?
They did. Washington was there. They did the one in L.A.,
That's right. They did
Ducks,
do LA.
The Ducks and the Kings played there.
They got to go back to Vegas.
They
at
did
some
one
point.
in Seattle.
They got to go back to Vegas. It's like the old Kelly Rudy.
Yeah.
And they had all those moths that were flying around. They did it behind Caesar's Palace.
Yep.
Oh, the videos.
They
of
do
that.
it in the stadium now.
The ice was so bad when they built the baseball stadium.
That'd be a good spot for it.
And then the backdrop of the strip.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? Be something to be
at. Yeah, because the football stadium, it's like meh.
Yeah. I agree with you.
You're not getting. It's actually
the
covered.
atmosphere wouldn't be that great.
No. So my son actually said that for this baseball game tonight, they're keeping it.
You mean hockey game?
Her hockey game tonight in Miami. They're keeping it domed, and then they're going to open it up right at the last minute.
Yes, that's what I understand.
Is that what's going on?
Because they're pumping the air conditioning like crazy into the Miami stadium, and then they'll open the roof up.
They purpose built like semi-tractor trailers with the refrigeration unit for this, right? This is the first time they've brought 2. Normally they just bring 1. They brought 2. That's how worried they are about the Miami Heat, which totally understand, right?
Do you know, here's an interesting trivia fact.
Let's go.
Do you know that one of the ice makers for the NHL outdoor games...
It's from Moose Jaw.
No, Duvel. From Duvel, Saskatchewan.
Where's that?
It's north of Strasbourg.
Davidstown.
No, not that far. Go Strasbourg, Duvel, then Govan. Corey Herman. Former U of R Cougar.
Herms.
Yep.
Okay, so right now in Miami, we have no precipitation.
Which is good.
In the forecast. Humidity's 49%. Barometric pressure, just kidding, I have no idea what that means. It's 18 degrees right now in
That's
Miami.
Celsius?
Yeah.
Or Fahrenheit?
Celsius.
That's not bad.
And
what's it supposed to go to overnight?
What time does the game start in an hour? It's got to.
Yeah.
So it's basically staying for. This says it's 20 right now, and at 8 p.m. 18. It's 17, 16. You're not really. So
you're not gaining much weather-wise.
Those 2 trucks, those 2 refrigeration systems,
they're going full blast.
It's gonna. I'm really curious to watch it. I'm a fan. Put these games in weird spots.
Why not?
I've always said Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe. I know Phoenix doesn't have a team anymore, but that would have been. It's built into the mountain. It does get chilly there.
It's like
December.
when Colorado had the one at Lake Tahoe.
Oh yeah,
that was fantastic, right?
It does get chilly in Phoenix in December and January at night. You'd be able to make ice. You may only take 1 truck.
Yep. Scoreless after 1. USA Finland. Scoreless after 1.
We didn't get.
Czechs are up 4-2 on the Swiss.
Didn't get to the ticket window in time to play that. Lots of people wanting to go to the Pats games here at 936-6262 Prairie Land Rentals text line. We mentioned it. They still have the snow throwers in stock. They're getting down though.
Yeah, there's not many,
and we're getting more snow. It's inevitable.
For those of you worried with Denmark being relegated to the B pool, know that Norway is coming up next year.
So that B pool's already done?
It's already done. it plays before.
Norway played who in the final?
I don't know if it's actually a final. I think it's just a round robin because there's only 6 teams in it. Yeah.
So Norway is moving up, and
France
Denmark
is going down to the whatever that Division 1
where they
Group
play
B.
the floor hockey one.
Yeah,
If you
the
didn't
roller
get
hockey one.
Eric Francis segment today is worth a listen if you want to go back and catch that. Oh, did we have some fun? Okay, we're going to break here. Senior hockey report for the week is coming up next. You have the Sportscage streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com and on 620 CKRM.
New year, same old basement? Freeze Tallman Lumber has everything you need to transform that space from storage to stunning. Framing lumber, insulation, drywall, interior doors, molding, and ceiling tiles. All the materials to turn your basement into something you'll actually use. Start the year by building it right with help from the pros who know interiors. And they'll deliver it if you live in Regina, Fort Capel, or anywhere in southern Saskatchewan. Visit freezetallman.com. Freeze Tallman. Let's get you building.
So, since that little ding on my car last week, I don't know where to take it.
I don't even know. That's easy. Take it to Regina Motor Products.
Who said that?
I did. Down here. I'm Terry the Tire. Regina Motor Products Chevrolet Collision Center and SGI accredited auto body repair is a full-service collision and body shop that works on all makes and models. Just submit your claim to SGI and set an appointment to get your appraisal done. Easy.
I bet you're tired after saying all that.
South at Highway 1 and 6, Albert Street. RMPChevrolet.com.
If your garage door is running a little rough, you don't need to be talked into something that you don't need.
Sir, what you need is the new gigantic-esque, voluminous, astronomical, ginormous, gargantuan, exquisite air garage.
Just call Busy Bee Doors, the local experts who have been in business for many, many doors. They can fix or replace any commercial or garage door.
Wait. With me, you get a little garage door keychain. Please.
Busy Bee Doors, the garage door specialists.
Since 1949, Nelson Homes has been providing you one-stop shopping for ready-to-move homes, panelized packages, and on-site builds. Nelson Homes' team of authorized dealers all over Saskatchewan would be happy to help you turn your dream home into a reality.
In the Saskatoon area, call Kurt at Canadian Timber Homes.
Or call 1-800-661-6534 for more information. Nelson Homes, trusted quality and service since 1949.
Been a long day, your feet hurt, your brain is fried, and now supper? You're staring into the fridge, contemplating your options, but your energy says, let's just not. Now imagine golden, crispy pizza loaded with all the Greek favorites. Feta, olives, tangy tomato sauce, fresh veggies, and melted mozzarella. Every bite is like a Mediterranean vacation for your taste buds, and you didn't lift a finger. Western Pizza. Dine in or take out today.
Get it hot, get it fast, Western Pizza.
Time now for the Saskatchewan Senior Hockey Reports on the Sports Cage. Brought to you by Warren Steinley, MP for Regina Luthen, always on Saskatchewan's side. And Croft Electric, 28 years of trusted, reliable home, farm, and commercial service for all electrical needs. CroftElectric.com and all socials.
So, Sharky, you're an old senior hockey guy from way back. Usually this is where the Monday Nooner guys are in, but they're on Christmas break. So you and I would thought maybe we'll take it. Okay. So there was changes in provincials this year, and teams had to have their designation. Ruffled a lot of feathers.
What did they do?
Because now, let's say, pick Cupar.
Yep.
Small town.
Yep.
If Cupar has locals that played major junior, and all that used to be considered locals, now when it comes to provincials, they are not.
What?
So they would have to go A. Right? So you're only allowed so many imports still in B, C, and D, but A is wide open. So thus, because last year numbers were down, allegedly this year, D's still the same. But they got 17 teams for A.
Really?
That's a good run. B's got 10, C's got 6. These are alleged numbers.
Alleged. They're early.
And D, 25 teams.
Wow.
Senior hockey is alive.
Very alive.
Well. Very interesting stuff. Tonight in the league, we've been talking about it. Foam Lake hosting Drake. That's in the Long Lake Hockey League. That should be a good one, actually. Looking at the Qu'Appelle Valley Highway Hockey League tonight, the rivalry game in Lumsden. Lumsden. The undefeated Monarchs are home to the Bethune Bulldogs. Grenfell Balgony. That should be a good one. Both teams sitting with 2 wins. Grenfell's 2-4-1. Balgony's 2-6-0. Let's give some love to the Sask East. Tomorrow, Langenberg at Theodore. 7:30. Langenberg 7-1.
Yeah.
Theodore 6-3.
Theodore's usually a wagon. The Buffalo's usually a pretty good club, so I'd sprinkle a little on Theodore on that
Buffalo
one.
head in the rink there. Have you been in that rink?
No, I haven't been in there.
Big Buffalo. I'm almost positive, unless I'm totally wrong. That's in Theodore. Kenora Wapella tomorrow night. I hope Wapella's got their ice going. Their natural ice, I think.
Is Wapella still the?
I love it.
It's been cold enough.
They should have it going there. And then a little Nauticue this weekend.
The NHL.
Milestone at Cornac. This is tonight. Milestone at Cornac, LaFlèche. Some of the boys probably driving to some of these games already.
Right now, yeah.
LaFlèche at Mossbank and Rollo making the trek to Yellowgrass. The last senior hockey top 10 that the Monday Nooner did last week.
Go ahead.
Going into Christmas break. This is a change. Number 1 team in the province. Still.
Kenaston.
The Kenaston Blizzard.
Yeah.
Followed by the undefeated Lumsden Monarchs.
Yeah.
Red Vers Rockets. Good squad.
Down to the Big Six.
Foam Lake Flyers.
I was wondering if they were still up there.
Yeah. They like drinking their beer, too.
They do.
Love the Foam Lake Flyers.
Yeah.
Wilkie Outlaws. Wynyard Monarchs. Have you been to that new rink in Wynyard?
No.
It's nice.
No, just played in the old one.
I love that old one, too. I got spit on in the old one in the penalty box.
That was a Siemens one I get spit on all the time.
Another good old barn, but they don't have the good old barn anymore. But the Hunter brothers are back playing in Shaunavon.
So
the
game's bad. There might be a show later.
The Badgers are a wagon when the Hunter brothers are in the lineup. The Meadow Lake Broncos at number 8.
Or Stampeders or Broncos?
The Broncos. Changed it.
Oh, I love the old Stampeders name.
Cornac at number 9. The Merchants.
The Merchants.
I love that name. You know it's a good small town fastball or hockey or whatever.
And they're called the Merchants.
And then the number 10 team in the province, according to the Monday Nooner last week, was the St. Brew Lake Lenore Rivals. Little combo
up there.
There it is. Yeah. So we'll be back next week. Monday Nooner guys will have maybe more on provincials.
If we get time for this, quick thing on senior hockey. Personal thought, not right, is that your league should declare what level you're going to be at and follow those rules. So if your league is A, right, the A league winners would play each other north and south and eventually get to an A provincial championship. If you're a D league, the D league winners would play each other and get to a provincial championship.
Oh, that's a can of worms.
I know. It's a big can of worms, but if you start to break it down and think about it, right?
So you're saying you're going to have then Div 1, Div 2, Div 3, Div 4 leagues almost.
That's right. Right?
Which we declare on the Nooner just because we're
that's what you're doing, right?
Around.
So if you think about, let's say, the Highway League, the Long Lake League are A leagues, right?
Yep.
So whoever
Sask
wins
East, Big Six.
Sask East, Big Six. Wheatland, what would that be? The old Wheatland Hockey League, is that still a go?
Yeah, Div 2, Div 3.
Right? We'd maybe take the Nauticue as a Div 2, right?
Yeah.
And that Cupar Ituna League, maybe a Div 3, Div 4 league.
Okay.
Right? So then you win your league, then you play the other winner of the South of that same level.
Then you kind of go into a tournament.
Then you get into the tournament of provincials, right?
Nah, I like this way. You got look how many teams we got rolling this year. I like with what they did. Okay, that's the senior hockey report. That's for Warren Steinley, MP for Regina Louvan, always on Saskatchewan side, and Croft Electric, always on your side if you need anything done electrical. Croft Electric.
If you're worried, get a generator. Get a backup generator.
The backup generator.
Oh.
The power goes out.
My wife wants one of those things. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, power's out.
Yeah.
Neighbor's generator's on. Okay. We had so much fun with Eric Francis, and we talked about the World Junior, like B or C, is in Kyrgyzstan. Coming up later this month.
Kyrgyzstan.
So I looked up flights from Regina to Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan. Not direct. Thanks, Google. You got to go through major hubs like Istanbul, Moscow, or Dubai.
Go through Dubai.
Yeah, so it's a long trek to get to Kyrgyzstan.
First game in Bishkek Arena is South Africa versus Mexico on the 18th.
Oh, what's the line?
It's not out yet. And then Ireland plays Luxembourg later in the day, followed by Kazakhstan versus Hong Kong, and Mexico, and who else am I missing here? Iran.
I just think it'd be so cool to do a series on the World Juniors, the bottom division, and just go behind the scenes and give people a look, wouldn't it?
I think it'd be fantastic. Iran's roster is not out yet.
so many jokes. I think it'd be great to just go and explore and
if any of the
give
other
people a look.
rosters are out yet.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Mexico, they out.
Sharky, as always, for Flooring Superstore. Trent Dickin and his team, 20 years plus in the business.
Mexico's not out either.
Thanks to everyone who participated on the Prairie Land Rentals text line today. I had a chance to win some tickets. The Globetrotters coming up Tuesday in Regina here. Pats tickets tomorrow. Pats, PA. It's Hawaiian night.
Hawaiian night. Go early, get a lay.
Mali. What's that? Wayne Gretzky. Mahali is a thing to say.
Is that
It's
a Wayne Newton song?
It was a Christmas song. And the Wayne Gretzky Saturday Night Live when he was something about Hawaii. I don't know. I'll shut up now.
No, it's good.
All of our guests join us on the Western Pizza guest hotline. Tegan has you on Monday, and then I'm back the rest of the week. So they tell me. Thanks so much, Colson. Good job. Have a safe weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
Go.
Yeah.
Regina Pats Hockey.
Partial breakaway, right side stops. He scores!
Then at Dunlop Ford, Regina Pats Hockey is back on your official voice of the Pats. 620 CKRM.
Tune into Puck Drop tonight at 7 when the Regina Pats take on the Prince Albert Raiders at the Art Hauser Center.
Game day tickets are available now from the Pats box office. Don't miss a minute of the action. Listen on air or online at 620CKRM.com. Regina Pats Hockey.
Winter driving is easy, unless you want to stop, or start, or turn a corner. On snow and ice, that takes the right tires. And the right tires are at Quality Tire. Winter tires give you the grip you need to brake faster, handle better, and stay in control when the roads don't cooperate. Don't leave your safety to all-season guesswork. Get ready for real winter driving at Quality Tire, trusted for the road ahead, with 9 locations across Saskatchewan.